And we are live.
Imagine, dear listener, you are aboard a ship thrashing against the waves. A beautiful sound hits your ears, so overwhelming it might drive you to madness. Yet, your fearful captain has given you the directive. You have taken the ropes and you have tied him to the mast so you are not sent onto the rocks and crash. You must stay below deck, for the siren song is too strong for your ears. He sends you off with one last word of strength. Matt Damon! Welcome to the Odyssey. My name is.
I could have seen it today. I had the time. But then I realized if I wait till Tuesday, I can go to the fancy theater and see it for $5. And I'm not worried about spoilers for the Odyssey.
See, I'm a big advocate that, like, I hate going out to eat and buying a burger because I can make a good burger. And I often advocate for piracy because I don't think you get much more from a fucking theater experience, especially in this day and age.
It depends on the
But
movie.
but when Christopher Nolan goes, yeah, so I made one of the most expensive movies ever, and I filmed the whole thing on brand new IMAX roll, and like it took me 90 days going around the planet doing like just still photography for fuck's sake, and like you're probably gonna want to see this. I think I could spend $20 to go to an IMAX. Then
Oh,
I can do.
yeah, true. But I also could spend $5 to go to the IMAX if I wait until Tuesday. So I'm going to do that.
No one cares about your experience. We're talking about mine, the more important one. Gosh. Point being, I'm not going to a normal movie theater.
Oh no, the one near me has like different auditoriums with different levels of high tech, and I specifically bought mine at like the RPX or whatever they call it theater.
I don't fucking know, man. If it don't say IMAX, it ain't the brand.
I think maybe it does. I don't. The point is, whatever the fanciest auditorium they have at my local theater is the one that I'm going to.
The fanciest auditorium at my local theater is not a very compelling endorsement, I must say.
It sounds silly until you go there, and then you realize, like, oh damn, this one is literally double the size of the others in the same building.
I like how you say that, implying that I have to go to this building and sit through at least two movies. But during the course of sitting through the two movies in this movie theater, I have to really be engaged in making sure that I kind of give the like specifications of the room a really good examination, as if I'm going to see a fucking Batman movie in like the early 2010s. Those who get it.
Yeah,
I
unfortunately.
mean, I'm just saying, like, how fun, like, how much work do I got to put into knowing this building?
Well, okay, so with Showcase, it's less obvious because the floor is higher. But I also have a Regal near me. And so most of the Regal near me has 14 theaters, 14 auditoriums,
Okay.
which is nuts, right?
I
Most
mean,
of them are the
is
kind
that
of
nuts?
it's not exceptionally nuts, but it's more than a lot of theaters have.
I
So, like
mean,
the Showcase
how
only
old's the
has
building?
maybe it's in the mall, so I don't know.
In the mall.
Yeah, it's the first time in my life my local theater has actually been in a mall like they're always depicted as in movies.
You say that? The movies I watch are more of a fan of like a theater that allows for like a marquee.
Well, yeah, a lot of the time what they do is there's a whole like section of the mall dedicated to the theater. So it has all that shit.
I mean, when I was living in DC, I went to essentially that.
Yeah. So it's
About
like a
trash.
multi kind of sort of a multi-floor theater because the most of the auditoriums are little and they're like the kind of little shitty auditorium you'd get at like AMC in the early 2000s type of thing. Like with those old shitty seats that kind of suck and all that. But then they have a
That was real
few
descriptive.
what?
So that was real descriptive. I felt like I was in those
Yeah.
shit seats and all that.
So they call it RPX. I don't know what every other theater calls it, but they have the big, like, deluxe size auditoriums. They only have a few of them that are like two layered. Like they have a balcony level and everything, and the screen is fucking 300 feet wide instead of being like 80 feet wide.
I don't know how I feel if I go to a movie and there's someone with fucking opera seats. I don't know how I feel.
Yeah, it's a weird experience. I've only done it once because Regal is typically the theater I go to for the movies where I don't super care about the picture quality. But it's definitely not a terrible viewing experience. It's just very odd to have a fucking railing on your fucking balcony seat in your movie theater.
I mean, God forbid if I want to do doggy while watching a movie instead of just getting some head for once. Fuck.
Personally, I prefer to actually watch the movie when I'm watching a movie, but that's just me.
Personally, I don't like to make overarching rules for life because it is a rainbow of particular experiences.
I'm okay making that one a rule because if I paid like fucking minimum $5 per ticket to see this movie, I'm actually watching the fucking thing. I put on pants and left the fucking house for this movie. I expect it to be good.
See, you put a lot of stock into your like, I broke hypochondriac airlock for this.
Yeah, I did. I put on hard pants.
Hard 8-inch pants?
Yes, well sometimes, but
I
actually,
mean,
before I get into my actual main story for tonight, do you know part of why I wear jeans all the time? Like, unless it's too hot?
I obviously know the answer to
Okay. The reason why, you remember in high school and or before high school, they had those like shit awful fiberglass chairs?
that. Can you describe the chair more?
Like just any chair you've ever sat in a high school classroom.
That is not descriptive.
Like, they got the fucking tennis balls on the feet and the like
The bottom, like the chair part.
they're just shitty little, I don't know how to describe them. They're shitty little fiberglass dark blue chairs with like a hard seat and a small hard back.
Yeah.
So part of why I wear jeans all the time is because I got in the habit of doing that in school because they were literally the only pants thick enough that my ass didn't hurt like a motherfucker after class.
Joke's on you, Billie Jean. I just wore sweatpants and sat on a desk.
Yeah, but that would have hurt my ass too. Because I did that a few times and that also hurt my ass.
Nah, dog, 'cause I just constantly sat like a college professor who really wanted to be your buddy.
Oh, I
All
wish
those
I could do that.
that like, every time I'm sitting, it's like I'm one step away from. All right, guys, why don't we just have some real talk? And
Hey
then
there.
take an acoustic guitar and start playing Wonderwall. Like,
Yeah. All right, students. Now who wants to pass this joint around?
whoa, whoa. Whoa, buddy, are you trying to spread drugs in my classroom? Because listen here, drugs aren't cool. I'm trying to get high on the straight dope literary pleasures, Jack. And that's why I recommend Jack Kerouac or some bullshit like, yeah.
Yeah. Actually part of it also fucking Here's a story from high school I'm still mad about. All right.
What? Let it fucking go, Larry.
Not still mad about, but you know what I mean. It still sticks in
Do
my
I?
head.
Okay.
So we had an assembly, cool, whatever. We had a bunch of those. And I was wearing sweatpants. I think this was like one of the many times in early high school where I'd outgrown my jeans and hadn't yet had time to go to Target and to get new jeans. Because when you're like 14, that's still happening to you, you know?
Bro,
And
you must look so Skyrim-esque.
no, not back then. The I mean, I wasn't short at that age, but I wasn't tall yet either.
Larry was still in Nord mode,
I was
where like,
also like way skinnier. This was before I fucking started eating enough that my gut got fat.
your gut's not fat. You got a nice dad bod.
Thank you. So I was wearing sweatpants because I just was getting dressed in a hurry that morning and my jeans were like a little too short. And
Sure.
I had my old shitty fucking Verizon flip phone in my pocket because this
Okay.
was like 2012. What?
You were one of those like I don't need a smartphone ass people.
No, quite the opposite. It was my fucking dad who didn't want to pay for them. It took my phone's hinge literally breaking for him to say, "Fine, we can all get new phones." If that hadn't happened, my dad would still be using a flip phone to this day.
I want to say I just like got a fucking unlocked phone and was using it.
I don't know. Anyway, so the shitty little flip phone's in my pocket, and again, sweatpants, so the pockets aren't very tight or anything. And I kind of
Get a
like,
boner.
no, that was not the problem.
It was the problem.
Well, that's always a problem with me, but if there's one environment that kills your fucking wood really quickly, it's a high school assembly.
I don't know. You might be an exhibitionist. Don't lie to the people.
Real talk, I understand that fetish more than I actually enjoy it. I understand the appeal, but I'm not like super into it. That's
Wow,
just
way to yuck the yum.
no, I'm not judging anyone who is. Like you could talk me into doing a little bit of it, like the light form that doesn't actually fuck anyone's life up. Like, oh, let's have sex by the hotel room window. Like, that doesn't fuck anyone's life up type of thing. You could talk me into that, but I don't like specifically get going for it. Anyway, not my point. So, high school assembly, sweatpants, shallow and very loose pockets, and I kind of lifted up my leg because like those chairs hurt your fucking back, and my phone slid out of my pocket, and I'm like, God damn it! So I dig under. I'm still sort of trying to pay attention, and I find my phone.
And he's jerking this dude off. It's
I
crazy.
wish it would have been more
Mid
fun.
assembly, he just starts fucking going to town. He figures, hey, I'm already halfway to fucking there. Like, I might as well keep going. You'll get off the highway at this point, right?
I am proud to say that even when I was 14, I had enough patience to wait until I got home to masturbate.
No. It's not masturbation. You were reaching for your phone, grab some random cock, and just kept going.
Oh, well, yeah, that did happen, but that's irrelevant. Eventually, after that part, I found my phone. Um, and then I'm going to just put it back in my pocket, and then the fucking I think she was just a teacher then, but she later became principal. Comes over and just takes my fucking like demands my phone. I'm like, bitch, are you fucking kidding me? You saw what happened. You saw I'm not playing on it's a flip phone. I'm not playing on it. Fuck you. But anyway, I didn't start a fight with her and I got it back the second the assembly was over. But that was the only time I ever interacted with that teacher. And it just set the fucking tone for how I felt about her for the rest of my life.
To be clear, all this story was to tell me how a teacher took your phone one time.
Well, specifically to tell you how a teacher took my phone that I wasn't using for something that wasn't my fault.
I really need you to know that clarification does not matter.
I know It's ridiculous, and I kind of got over it the second it was done because I got
You
it back
didn't.
as soon as
You
the
didn't
assembly was
though.
over.
But you didn't though.
I still think back on that, and I'm like, man, that really was total fucking bullshit.
You never got over it.
Well, I clearly did because I fucking had a million more
You
interactions.
clearly did it because you're bringing it up in 2026. You're bringing it up on the day of the dropping of Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. And you're like, let me reach back in time to fucking back when we had a black president. And let me tell you, dear listener, about this one time that this one bitch who worked at this one school that I was at in a job she no longer works at, and she had the fucking audacity. This bitch had the goddamn goal to approach me and demand a cell phone? And I'll have you know, I don't take that shit. Larry, don't take none of that.
Well, I didn't fucking yell at her, but the second the assembly was over, I went right up. I was like, phone back, please.
No, you clearly are over it, is the point.
Well, the reason I thought of it is because she had a husband who was, I assume she still does, because last I heard they didn't get divorced or one of them die.
Last you heard, what are you stalking her profile, just waiting for a time to tell her that that moment that she took your phone was the most aggravating moment of your life?
No, quite the opposite. Her husband, who was also an English teacher, I had several years later, and he was fucking awesome. So I thought back on that moment and I was like, that must have just been a miscommunication, though, because from what I hear, she's not a fucking bitch. But the reason I thought of this to begin with is because her husband is the one who taught me the Odyssey.
Do you remember that one ant that you stepped on 17 years ago when you were walking to the bathroom that one time?
Well, see, you joke, but sometimes I do remember that shit.
And then are you like, damn, I am really emotionally compelled by the story at this moment?
Well, like, here's another sort of silly but cute example. I have this memory from when I was like, I guess 3 years old of being at my grandma's house. And she has this, like, she still has it. She has this little tiny table thing that, like, has a fold up top that you can throw, like, a scarf or a fucking, pair of shoes in there. Like, it's meant to be kept by the door for you to keep your stuff in on the way out the door.
Sure.
And I have this memory of being 3 years old, sitting on the rug, and having my grandma put that table in front of me and serve me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on a plate. I don't know why my little 3-year-old brain said, I will remember this moment forever, but still to this day, again, she still has that table. Every single time I look at that table, I smile. I think about grandma serving me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay, see, but that's like a core. That's like, dog, I saw Inside Out.
Yeah, so I don't know why, but I know why.
It's just the teacher took your cell phone.
Well, I know why I remember it because that moment is one of many reasons I was like, all right, from now on, when I sit in those shit ass chairs, I'm wearing pants that have reasonably tight pockets so that nothing can fall out.
Yeah, so like now you're like, God forbid I ever went to a fucking movie theater and my pants weren't hard as hell.
Well, it also doesn't help that the movie theater has the same style of terrible fucking auditorium seats that school did.
Well, there is also like an option 3.
What's that?
Is men take purses and crossbodies back, and then you don't gotta focus on keeping everything in your pockets like a rube.
I actually agree with that if I had enough items to justify a bag, which I don't.
Yes, you do. You just don't use them because you don't like having availability to all your stuff, and you don't like having availability to all your stuff because you would have to have your pockets be like a chipmunk cheeks.
Honestly, when I go out, my standard quote unquote kit is like really minor. Like, that is the thing. Because I don't believe in fucking gender roles or any of that shit. If I had enough stuff to require carrying a messenger bag or a fucking crossbody or whatever around, I'd do so with no hesitation. It's just that when I go out, I only take like 5 things with me.
God forbid you're prepared.
Well, I am kind of prepared. I only really need those 5 things, maybe 6 if I'm going to a particular place.
What are those 5 things?
So I always have my phone, obviously, and my
Yep.
wallet, obviously,
Yep.
house keys.
Yep.
Almost always I have headphones just in case. If I'm gonna be out for a while, I bring water, but if I'm not, then I don't.
Yep.
That's pretty. In terms of shit I grab every time I leave the house, that's about it.
Power bank. Charger.
Well, if I'm gonna be out long enough, I grab those things. But if I'm only if I'm just fucking going to a movie, I'll be home in 3 hours. I don't need a fucking charger.
Knife.
I have a Swiss Army knife on my keychain.
God forbid you ever have a snack or anything.
Well, again, if I'm gonna be there long enough, I grab water or a snack. But sometimes I'm only going out for an hour or two. Like, if I'm only going out to, like, the grocery store, I don't need a fucking water bottle. I'll only be 40 minutes.
I'm just saying, there's a bunch of options.
I usually grab a COVID mask, too, just in case someone fucking coughs near me. But those things are so thin, you just stick them in a pocket.
Yeah, but at this point, we've named, like, 10 fucking things.
Well, we've named, like, 5 things I actually need.
Oh my god. So in other words, your whole thing is like, I can only think of sometimes when I need them, so I never need them.
Well, no, so that's the thing. If it's one of the times I need something that doesn't easily fit into a pocket, then I grab a bag. Like, for example. What?
Chapstick?
I have that on my nightstand, but that's really the only time I use it.
Wow.
Like, I use it before I go to bed every night, and that's pretty much fine. Like, my lips don't really get dry.
Carabiner?
For what?
Carabining things. Things happen.
I haven't really needed one much in my life. But I don't know. Like, if I'm gonna, let's say, like, this is a random example, but I have to do it 4 times a year, so it sticks in my mind. Let's say I'm getting a car inspected. That can take half an hour. So what I do then, since I know it's going to be a while, is I grab my messenger bag and throw in my laptop and an extra pair of headphones and a water bottle and like.
Yeah, no, but that's like super big.
It's only like this big.
Any bag that you fit in a laptop is like a bigger class of bag than what I'm talking about here.
Oh yeah. See, I don't have. There's never a time that I have the right amount of stuff for a crossbody, because a crossbody is just small enough that it doesn't hold all. Like, anything small enough to fit in a crossbody fits in my pocket.
But, like, then you also have your pockets, though. And also, a big part of this is not, wow, look at that, we multiplied our inventory space. But it's, oh, look at that, my inventory is not accessible and or not in the best condition when I'm in these chairs.
Well, I will say this, not that I travel a ton, but this is something useful if you're traveling to a place with a lot of pickpockets. I do not keep jack shit in my back pockets.
What in the name of like first world country, you out here, you don't leave your house and you're like, hypothetically, what if you went to a tourist place and it was infested with pickpockets?
Well, when I say place with pickpockets, I just mean like New York City or maybe even Boston.
It's not in Boston like that. There's only 2 places in America that this applies to: LA and New York City.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. It's just like
state.
It's just one thing that gives me a little sense of ease is the fact that, like, I keep my wallet in my fucking front pocket. It's going to be difficult to steal it without me noticing.
It's going to be difficult to steal it if they don't travel from New York City to your house, because you don't leave it.
Well, I do leave my house. Like, more days of the week than not, let's say.
I feel like the fact that you measure it in more days a week than not says a little.
Well, I don't leave the house every single day. There
Yeah,
have been a
but you
number of
like
times in
leave
my
the
life that I what?
you leave the house the way like fucking Mark Watney leaves the fucking Hab in The Martian. Like where it's like Soul 104 had groceries, grandma needed XYZ, traveled to 2 different lunar landing sites, was disappointed. We'll try again later. Like,
See, see, you're joking, but no, I do actually like go out often.
but you go out with like mission clarity.
Not always. Often, but not always.
Oh, but then you're like, all right, I've accomplished the thing. It's time to return to base.
No, I mean sometimes like it depends. Sometimes I'm just bored and I'm like, fuck it, I'll go to the mall and see what new stuff they got at the Newbury Comics, or like, fuck it, I'll go check out what Boston Brick is up to, or hell, if I have friends in town, fuck it, let's go to a restaurant or the beach or whatever.
Did you see how there's the fucking proposed Hollow Knight Lego set?
No, I didn't actually.
It's like it like got the required 10K votes or whatever it is. Throw it up on the screen for peeps.
Get ad? No, not the fucking pop up. You talking about this thing?
Yeah, dag.
That is a cool set.
I need that shit.
I love Lego ideas. Like some of my favorite shit is from them.
I feel like some of them don't flow well.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, you can't win them all. That's just how it works. But
I think that helicopter, the fucking fire helicopter, is pretty cool.
yeah, that is cool. Um.
Kirby.
Oh yeah. I'm just checking out what's here because I didn't realize this page on the website existed.
Inuyasha, the Bone Eater's Well. That's actually a pretty well flowing piece.
Pretty much all I know about Inuyasha comes from that one Robot Chicken skit.
Is it the one where the dad gets addicted to Inuyasha?
Yes.
Oh, that's such a good one.
But that's like pretty much the only thing I know about Inuyasha.
Yeah, you weren't there at the right time, man. See,
I mean, I was there. I just never caught that one. I caught Naruto instead.
No. You weren't there. Like back before all the alternative girls immediately went into the pipeline for the OF. There was a time when they all went into the pipeline for the Inuyasha.
That I do remember. I'm just trying to see if there's any cool license shit here.
Before the stage where they start writing fan fiction.
Oh, gross, Enola Holmes. I'll look at this later.
Dude, you scroll way too fast. I can't be enjoying none of these.
This is weird that this exists.
I don't get it.
Remember the show My Wife and Kids?
Yes.
This is the house for My Wife and Kids.
My Wife and Kids is very fun because it's got the third most famous Wayans brother, which isn't terrible.
Yeah.
But comparably, you really just must feel like shit.
That show ended on the biggest fucking cliffhanger. It was so funny.
What is the cliffhanger ending for My Wife and Kids?
I don't remember the whole fucking thing, but I remember that the literal last episode ends with her telling him that she's pregnant again.
First of all, that's great. Second of all, go back to the idea page.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
The fuck? Oh, is that Train?
Which one?
On the right, the branch line.
My grandma would like that.
Yeah, I mean, That'd be pretty cool.
I've never actually seen these things in their like rough design phase before. I've only ever seen them when they actually get finished and come out.
Oh, yeah, no, I got a buddy who put me onto these. Like, and they're pretty fun.
Well, yeah, like I know of them, of course. It's just normally I only see the ones that are selected and then actually get released.
I mean, because sometimes the ideas are just fucking silly. Like, no, I don't want a Steam Deck, you asshole.
I mean, that's amusing, but that's amusing for like a $20 Lego set, whereas in reality it'll be like 60 minimum.
Facts. Facts. No, facts. That's a very valid point.
Now this I like, but that's just because I fucking love me some Ninja Turtles.
I like ones that have like different zones.
Yeah. You got the sewer, the fucking Channel 6 building. This person is clearly, I can tell this is a work in progress because they're using the old 2012 minifigures.
I feel like that might just not be a specifically needed point.
Hmm. Let's see what else we got here.
Yeah, no, like it's cool.
I have a feeling Lego will be reluctant to greenlight something with the name Murder Drones. But you never know, maybe not.
I mean, I'll be real. Murder Drones is okay, but like most things from this company, I'm wary when it comes to glitch properties.
Yeah.
Because how do I put this? Problematic to say the least.
Wacky races. I like that exists. I don't super care about wacky races, but
If it's wacky races, it's got to feature Elon Musk in a Tesla and Timmy in a handy car. And the Lords of the Underworld.
Well, given how much Lego focuses on adult collectors now, they might as well just start making sets of stuff that's only for adults. Like,
yeah,
make a fucking Predators. What?
But you got to convince those fucking like Swedish dicks or whoever's in charge.
Denmark, but yeah. I don't know.
Swedish,
I'd kill for a Lego of like.
You guys are all just Vikings.
I'd kill for a Lego of like Predator or something.
But that would have guns. They can't do that.
Well, it's not that they can't do guns at all. It's just that they don't do like specific models of guns.
Can you click the Manifest Destiny one, please?
Where? Yeah, here we go.
This is interesting.
I actually have never heard of this one.
It's subtle but impactful.
I mean, I get what it's saying. I just never heard of it. Like, oh, that's cool.
I mean, fucking, we all saw Up and inherently understood the point.
Yeah. I haven't seen Up in forever, but I need to watch it again. My mom fucking refuses to watch it because she knows about the opening.
So why not just skip the opening?
I don't know. This one tickles
well,
me.
She already knows about the opening. She doesn't need to watch it. That's
well, she knows it's sad. Really, is all she knows about it.
Just say his wife's dead and skip it.
This one amuses and frustrates me, which I'm sure is how you feel.
No. It's not amusing at all. It just frustrates me. But I would say that it reminds me a lot of Ready Player One, because if you scroll up a little bit, guess what? It's generic, doesn't really say anything, and wouldn't be considered to be Ready Player One if you didn't slap a bunch of fucking logos on it. Fuck you.
True. It does still
bullshit.
It still really tickles me that like the thing the book slash movie did was we got this fucking hot ass redhead bitch, but we're giving her this slightly weird birthmark to make her a social outcast.
See, she's got a wine spot, and everyone knows if you have a wine spot, then your Western beauty standards are damaged, and you no longer have value as a woman.
I just wish, not that I don't like Olivia Cook in that role, but I wish that they had had the balls to actually cast like a thick bitch like she was described in the book.
You're talking about the friend?
No, the girlfriend, Artemis.
Oh, yeah.
Because like
You're talking about her player or her avatar.
both, because that was one of the things in the book was that unlike most people, her avatar actually looked mostly like her.
I thought part of it was more like it. If I remember correctly, it's been a while. I thought it looked like her, but it was like a more flattering version.
Yeah, I mean the rough edges were smoothed a little, but the same like general body type was the same. And like she doesn't have like a voice filter, like she's reasonably authentic to what she's actually looks and sounds like.
I'll be real with you, dude. Like, even when I first read it, it just came across to me like, God, like, girls who wear makeup are fucking liars. Like, I'm on the internet, and, like, I can't fucking stand these fucking girls who, like, misrepresent themselves. See,
A
like, me,
little.
I'm authentic Wayne. Wow, I look just like my avatar. Shut the fuck up. Like, God, I hate that kid. God, I fucking hate that project so much, dude.
A little bit. Yeah.
Like no, like I tell you anything that he said in this books, and like I can tell you how low key, if you look at it through the right lens, that motherfucker's just an incel bitch. Everything about him.
I do appreciate the fact that the second book actually delves into that a lot and has him talking about like, man, I really was like fucked up about women, wasn't I?
I really, really, really want to emphasize that when you write a book as an author and you get called out by a bunch of people who have a degree of media literacy and they're like, hey, bud, so this says a lot that you didn't know it said when you sent it off.
Yeah.
And so we're going to tell you some things about yourself that you probably don't know. And then they list some shit. I feel like it's so clear that there's a fucking pushback of no, I swear. Oh no, I knew the whole time. Like it's fucking it's The Room all over again.
I will say that from reading the second book, the tone indicated a little bit that Ernest Cline was acknowledging his own mistakes, but that could just be me giving him credit.
Well, that's where I find it problematic. Is that I'm really cool with Ernest Cline learning his own mistakes, but let's follow a fucking like Kirkman's the guy who does Invincible, right?
Yeah.
Let's follow Kirkman's role here. And we're not gonna fucking change the character's motivations just because you as a writer got a little more well-rounded about maybe one or two things that you were doing. But like the fact that Ernest Cline learned the lesson and was like, oh, so now I gotta give it to my self-insert character and give him some fucking redemption arc, because that is what it is at the end of the day. It's him giving his fucking OC
a little bit, yeah,
redemption arc because he is an author, grew as a person, and so he needs to let everyone know, no, I swear, no, he's cool. No. I know I essentially made a porn internet machine, had the guy hyper focus on getting rich, getting drip, and ignoring slavery. But no. Wait, I swear he cares about it. No. I know I essentially said that putting a curfew on the internet would solve the entire world's problems when the economy ran off it. No. I know, I don't care. Like,
I have to defend one thing there, which is that even that first book made it explicitly clear that Wade was not ignoring slavery.
That first book made it clear that he he essentially invaded slavery and then broke out, which I'm gonna just point out, but then ignore the white savior repercussions of such a
That
sentiment.
part I can't defend, but
if
it is
we're
worth noting that as he's breaking out, he does explicitly say, "As soon as I'm done with this egg hunt, I'm coming back for these people."
You're right. He does say that. And then he wins the egg hunt, and the girl he was interested in responded to him, and he forgot about slavery.
No, he didn't. To be clear, no, he didn't.
I mean, he specifically, if I remember the ending correctly, he breaks up the big company doing the slavery, but doesn't stop the ability of a big company to do slavery.
I don't remember, because keep in mind, it has been a while for both of us, so we are letting the books and movie blend together a little bit. But
I'll be real with you. I have the benefit of hating that movie so much that I was screaming the book at the movie when I watched it. I was just yelling.
So, in the book, at least, do remember the book ends like less than an hour after the climax, so it kind of does end like right there.
Yeah, and I'll give you that.
And also, and again, this is the second book a decade later, so that's, that carries with it its own challenges, but the second book makes clear what the first one only implied, which is that he bought up that company and literally the first thing he did was get rid of the slavery.
Once again, I really feel like if it's in the second book, it's because someone told Ernest Cline in real life after the first book ended, "Hey, buddy, what about this plot point?"
Well, again, the first book on its own doesn't really drop it because he says explicitly, "I intend to come back," and then, like, we're left to assume he does, but the book ends right after the ending, so, like, after the big battle.
Fine.
I'm just saying, like, because all your other criticisms are valid, but just to be clear, the book made it very explicit that the second he saw that, well, I mean, he already knew they were still doing slavery, and he expressed issue with it in, like, the first chapter.
He expressed issue with it. He only expressed practical involvement with it once it infected his life. Kind of not in my backyard in the slavery, but.
Well, I mean, until he fucking wins the thing at the end, he's not really in a position to do anything about it.
Yeah, no, you're tripping. Because don't forget, for every single fucking step along the way, he gets significantly more richer.
Well, yeah, but keep in mind that significantly richer for him just means not living in the trailer park anymore.
Bro, he moved out into a dripped out apartment with the super techno fucking VR suit that you can feel your balls swishing.
Well, yeah, he did, but I'd imagine that whole fucking thing altogether only cost what, like $2-3 million?
No, it's gotta cost a lot when you also consider you can access the entire world and work the entire economy from here. You would never have to leave. That's a full fucking reality setup.
Well, yeah. And in fact, that's the thing. Other than all his fucking VR shit for the Oasis, the apartment is like empty, basically.
Well, that's because he's a fucking incel with no life. He doesn't.
No, I know. I'm just saying, because yes, he does get richer, but I only got from that the implication that he was like a couple million to his name rich, not like billionaire rich. Like, if we're being fair here, if he only has like a $3 million net worth, what can he really do when a whole company does slavery?
I mean, I'm just saying he could like affect people's lives.
What I think Ernest Cline was thinking when he wrote that naively was that he didn't need to say that slavery was bad. I think he naively assumed we all understood that.
And, you know, that's one of those times where I will link him directly to his clearly self-insert character. I understand, young white person, that you did not think that this was a necessary thing to be said. I understand you were focused on other things. I understand you had your mind really set on Matthew Broderick and the particular outfit he wore that one time he was having a conversation in the end of the filming of War Games. But some
Yeah.
of us were thinking about slavery and the implications on society.
Well, he was
And that
also
was just
thinking
not
about
you.
fucking the pain away in the virtual brothel.
What?
He was also thinking about fucking the pain away in the virtual brothel.
Oh my god, he was nice. Like everything about the virtual nature of sex is so weird in that, because it's it's like when you have like a parent who's like, well, you know the stuff,
Yeah.
you know.
They were somewhat explicit about it. Like, he mentioned how he had to buy the fucking, like, special rig that jacks him off, basically.
No, but you can feel him, like you can feel him as a writer, like blushing shit. Like,
By the way, I need to point out two things on this Lego page for this.
what's up?
One, the fact that he says pop culture references hidden throughout the movie. Most of them aren't really hidden. There's a few, to be fair.
Fans of Ready Player One say shit like, nah, that is fucking the epitome of, well, you see, I'm actually a really intelligent viewer because I recognize the Ultraman. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, one or two of the references are actually hidden, but most are not.
Are you talking about the movie?
Both, really, but because there are like one or two where you have to think and go, "Oh, he's referencing fucking Buckaroo Banzai there." Oh, okay. But most of them are pretty fucking obvious. But the other thing that is more notable has always been one of my favorite movies. That indicates to me that you're approximately 19 years old.
I started recreating every small detail that can be spotted in the film, from the most obvious to the most hidden.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not shitting on this guy, because this guy
No,
worked
hold
really
on.
hard on this design.
I'm shitting on this guy. Like, I want to read that out loud. Hold on. Go back. Hold on. The build is divided into 3 islands, each representing one of Halliday's legendary challenges. Each island has its own environment, atmosphere, and hidden details, directly inspired by iconic scenes from the movie. I noticed you did not say the book at all. Interesting. I tried to stay as faithful as possible.
To be fair, Legos are always primarily based on the film adaptation.
No, but it's it's the next line. He says, "I tried to stay as faithful as possible to the original work by recreating the vehicle's characters and most memorable moments from the adventure." That's not the original work, you fucking asshole.
No, that's pedantic. You know what he means. And also, remember, he's clearly like 18 years old. He also refers to The Shining and King Kong as classic cult films, which is really fucking funny.
Tell me you don't know what a cult film is, though. Tell me you don't know what a cult film is.
Yeah, I know. But like I said, he's clearly 18 because that's the only possible way for a movie that came out less than a decade ago to have always been one of his favorite movies.
There is actually one other possibility. Do you want to do me a favor?
What?
Copy that whole thing, except the last line.
All this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Run that through an AI detector.
I was gonna make that joke, but I don't think it is because of the weird mistakes he made.
I feel like he just like added 1 or 2 lines or edited 1 or 2 lines.
Zero GPT. I'll try this one.
Yeah.
Also, these things aren't. It says human written.
Okay.
I don't know. These things aren't the best because I've literally seen people feed like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein into it and have it say it's AI. So
I feel like you're looking at that backwards. I think that's a great thing because like all the AI are constantly trained on Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Yeah,
And
true.
Mary Shelley's dead, so there's no live human being writing like that.
I was trying to see if I could see how old that guy was, like if your account says that, but it wouldn't link it to me, which is probably for the best given what
Pull the
website this
photos
is.
back up. I'm actually curious. Like, what is there anything hidden in this fucking photo?
Well, do keep in mind that it is just a mock-up, so the finished set would probably have more details, but
Well, yeah, but he's telling me how he put them all in here. So, okay, is the bottom one the school?
hang on, let me see. Yeah, you can tell he handmade this because he used like the portal thing here.
Aperture Science.
Yeah, because she doesn't wear that in the movie, I don't think.
No shit, she doesn't wear an Aperture Science.
Well, you never fucking know with this movie. They had other portal references in the movie.
Yeah, but I feel like it's just too close to do an Aperture Science. All right, so to be really clear, are we calling it a hidden detail because it's the Akira bike?
I mean, he might call it that, yeah. I'm assuming that the finished version of this would actually pay the licensing fee for the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Assumedly, yeah.
Well, considering they've made like 3 different Lego sets of the DeLorean, I'm assuming they have the rights to it.
Okay.
In fact, I have all 3 of them. I do like what he did here, where he has like the little clear things to put the bike on its side, or like on its kickstand. I do like that.
I feel like if you're gonna do that, you gotta actually full on put it in the Akira slide pose.
I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah, but it's gotta be like framed in a way where it's more central and turned rather than like on the side and turned.
Well, maybe, like I said, this is just a mock-up. Maybe the finished version will have that.
Oh yeah.
I actually don't remember the fucking zombie guy. Like, I know he was there, I just forgot about him. This is clever. The shining tree maze thing, especially for like a rough mock-up. That's clever. I'll give him that.
So, is the idea that this is just The Shining?
Well, it's the section of the movie where they go to the Shining, yes.
I just feel like that's a weird scene to pick.
Well, for better or worse, that's one of the most notable scenes in the movie, so.
Fair enough.
It's also really funny that the following year, the movie Dr. Sleep came out, which also features an extensive recreation of the Overlook.
Well, yeah, but with good reason there.
Yeah. He's got the axe there. That's clever, I guess.
See,
typewriter.
If I was gonna do something from this series, it definitely would have to include the Asian brothers.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, they let kids fucking submit to
put a screenshot of Space Invaders on there?
Let me see if they have a. Yeah, that looks like it. This guy might literally be a child. Let's not be too mean to him.
No, he's fine.
I like the minifig designs. I'll give it that. I actually like quite a few of the things about this set. It's just that, it's Ready Player One.
I like the pitch itself. I just don't like what the pitch is about.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, I want you to make a pitch about something that's good.
Let's see what else is here. Siege of Troy.
Ooh.
I kind of like this, even though it's clearly based on Troy the movie.
I don't know, man. I think do you see how those Lego figures aren't white like modern day Greeks and Sydney Sweeney? That's historically inaccurate.
Actually, fun fact, do you know why they make Lego figures yellow?
Because they don't give a fuck about what Asian people got to say.
No, it's specifically, at least originally when they started making minifigures, they did it specifically to make the characters raceless.
That's what I mean. It's like they don't give a fuck about Asian people.
Asian people aren't yellow,
I mean,
except in like racist cartoons.
like they have been historically racistly depicted as such. So
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
but
care.
Lego was not
Literal.
interested in being racist. They were interested in
I don't know. What I'm saying is people who surround the Baltic Sea don't necessarily care if they come off as racist. Black Peter.
Well, yeah, true. They did actually change Black Peter in recent years, and they
Some
did.
places.
To my great shock, they even made the change that I said they should make. Because me, the white guy, the arbiter of what's racist, what I
Well, I mean,
said
it's
they
just a common sense because you saw Mary Poppins, isn't it?
I actually have never seen Mary Poppins, though. Yes, my solution was kind of common sense.
Because like, is your solution like, well, how else could he look like that, buddy?
No, what I said they should do is rather than paint the whole face black, just get one hand filled with the paint and go so that it looks all like uneven and sooty, like you just climbed out of a chimney.
I'll be real with you guys. It's not gonna like it's not gonna be great either way. And like also most people who dress like Black Peter normally don't have all black clothes, so it's stupid.
I don't know about the clothes part, but I do know that regarding the face thing, that actually, in at least some parts of the world, that is actually what they started doing, changing the makeup to look more like soot and less like blackface. And they changed the name Black Peter to Sooty Pete or something.
See,
or they changed the translation of his name, I should say.
See, that for me feels like the PR move.
I'm sure it is, but like, hey, you know. I actually, this is interesting. So, the way it works with Lego is that they still use the yellow minifigures for their non-licensed properties, and they use flesh tones for their licensed. This person correctly recognized that no actual historical mythology is not bound by licensing agreements. What else do they have here? Yeah, this is cool, I guess.
I like it.
Yeah. I actually have some licensed Star Wars sets that are so old they still have the yellow skin. Including this one right behind me.
If I had a nickel for every time you have to point out your expensive Lego set,
well, you say expensive, but it wasn't when I got it.
If I had a nickel, 1 penny of that nickel would be for you going, now when they bought it, it wasn't as expensive, but now.
Well, it's not my fault that a toy I bought as a child is now really valuable.
Listen, that's the second penny. That would be the second penny of the nickel.
What am I supposed to say here?
All I'm saying is you got your little flexor Lego set.
Well, it's not even that I'm flexing the price. I'm just flexing what a fucking cool set design it is.
It was just your flexing. See, me, I got the nice Legos. You guys couldn't get that because you weren't into them when I was. See, I was the Legos before it was cool. So, yeah.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, there is another Lego set that I stupidly didn't buy when I should have and is now over $1,000 if I want it unopened. So, you know, you can laugh at my pain there.
What is it?
The actually not new anymore, but the 2018 version of Cloud City.
Are there Lego Twin Towers? I'm not even joking. It's an old company. Don't look at me like that.
Not the Twin Towers specifically, but they have done little models and or skyline shots of New York City at large.
That included the Twin Towers. Okay.
I don't think they did actually, just given how recently they were made, but had they been made in that era, they would have included them.
What was that movie that had the Twin Towers that like made it really funky? If like it's like if this one animated character didn't exist, 9/11 wouldn't have happened. Do you know the thing I'm talking about?
I know that Lilo and Stitch had to change their ending at the last minute to look less like 9/11. Well, see, the unfortunate thing about the Twin Towers is that because they were famous New York City landmarks, many movies and shows depicted them being attacked before they were
Kermit
attacked
the
for real.
Frog. Kermit the Frog did 9/11. That's what it is.
You're gonna have to fucking walk me through this one, my friend.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. Kermit the Frog is a character from the Muppets. And the Muppets really like doing literary references and references to classic films. So, okay, let me make sure I got the right movie here. In the Muppets Christmas special, it's a parody of It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, are you telling me? Okay,
the Frog.
I know the story.
Where Kermit doesn't exist, the view of the of New York in the future has the Twin Towers intact. Ergo, Kermit the Frog is directly responsible for 9/11.
I do remember this. Wasn't that one of the cases where the movie was shot before 9/11
Yep.
but didn't come out till after? Yeah.
Yes, but like they didn't think it through, and it's just really funny because someone after was like, "Fuck, no, fuck," but they can't take it back.
Well, even the original Spider-Man movie has like one or two shots left in where you can still see the towers. They mostly took them out for sensitivity reasons, but there's like one or two where they missed it. Ooh, that's cool. Also, you ever seen the original trailer for that movie? Like the original trailer?
For the Muppets Xmas special?
No, for the original Spider-Man.
I don't think so.
It was done like over a year before the movie came out, so like 2001, so pre 9/11, and it was a whole additional scene they shot just for this trailer. Like it was never going to be in the movie. And it's basically just a bunch of guys rob a bank. They escape via helicopter. The helicopter gets caught, and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck? Why can't we fly?" And the camera zooms out to reveal that it's caught in a web spun between the Twin Towers.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a really fucking cool shot, but unfortunately for them, 9/11 happened, so they had to pull that trailer.
But like, they did release it though?
Well, the trailer came out before 9/11, so many people saw it, but they had to stop playing it when 9/11 happened. They also pulled the original teaser poster because in the teaser poster there was a clear shot of the towers in the reflection of Spider-Man's eyepiece. That poster actually is a huge fucking collector's item now because they hastily pulled them all, but they didn't get all of them.
Oh.
Someone made a Lego blood pressure monitor. I guess that person fucking deals with that shit a lot.
I don't know. I can't see because you took it off screen.
Oh, I'm gonna put it back up. Don't worry. I'm just skimming quickly to make sure I don't
What
waste
do you
more
mean
time.
you're skimming quickly? What in the fucking ostracization is this? Boo! Boo
Fine.
this man!
Jesus Christ.
Boo!
Billie Eilish. Fucking
Stories between the books.
Interstellar.
So,
1-to-1 Razor Scooter. Hell yeah.
So I see that they have a rat rod. Now, hear me out. What if we instead got a Lego special of Henry Ford's Brazilian slave town?
That would be interesting.
I mean, I'd like it more than this.
Man, people love Sabrina Carpenter.
Do you not
Which
like Sabrina Carpenter?
no, she's fine. Whatever. It's
She's
just
very
interesting
cute.
how much people like her.
I mean, I feel like she's an idol for Americans.
You can do a lot worse.
Because she's like a grown woman who is both sexy and embraces cuteness, but like not in the way where it's like, oops, I'm a child.
Yeah, that's true. Which is especially impressive given her fucking Disney Channel backstory.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like, maybe kind of like I kind of more power to her from where I'm sitting, just because like I think the like West needs a little bit of that.
You know what? Here's the ultimate proof that I'm not a fucking boomer when it comes to music. I like modern pop music a lot fucking more than I liked the pop music I grew up with.
I don't know, man. If the number one boomer thing is to draw a line at some arbitrary time period and be like, I like the things on one side of this line, but the things on the other side of this line, I don't like.
Well, it's so I don't listen to a ton of pop music in general, but like I don't really listen to Sabrina Carpenter, but like if I'm at the dentist's office or whatever and they say, "Would you rather the Sabrina Carpenter playlist or the I don't know, fucking Miley Cyrus playlist?" I'm picking Sabrina Carpenter like without a second's hesitation.
Because there's not even that many good Miley Cyrus songs.
Well, yeah, true. Ooh, this I'm saving that one. Ooh, Sputnik. That's cool.
I like the Book of Imagination.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a staff pick, apparently. Apparently the staff likes it too.
Yeah, see, staff understands me.
I know they'll probably never approve this because of their general "we don't do military stuff" policy, but fuck me,
Portal Radio.
I want them to do the fucking tank battle from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade so badly.
I feel like we need more non Indiana Jones Legos.
Well, we don't have that many Indiana Jones Legos. That's the problem.
We have more Indiana Jones Legos than we have a lot of IPs. Most IPs.
Well, yeah, that is true. Like I said earlier, since they're fucking focusing so much on adults, they might as well just start making Legos of things for adults.
I'll be real with you. I don't know how many grown adults our age, aside from you, care that much about Indiana Jones.
Well, I'm not just talking about Indiana Jones. I was saying, like, you know, it'd be fucking awesome, like for Christmas, like a Die Hard Lego diorama, like a buildable Nakatomi Plaza or something.
I wouldn't be into it, but I could see it being big. Absolutely, I could see that.
Well, even if you didn't want to do it big, even if you just wanted to do like one of the little dioramas, like the Star
No,
Wars
no, no,
ones.
no. I know. Like, I was saying, like I could see it being popular.
Oh yeah, that too. 3D chess, that's pretty cool. They finally made a Star Trek Lego set of the Enterprise D, so hopefully they make more of those.
Japanese bento box tower.
That's cool. Harvey's office from Suits. I'd say who's gonna buy that, but they made a fucking set of The Office, and everyone bought that one.
I mean, do you not like Suits?
I've never actually watched Suits once in my life.
Hear me out.
I just know that for some reason it suddenly became popular a decade after it ended.
There's two reasons. One, Netflix.
I figured.
Jazz Live at the Beehive. Hold on, can you pull that up? I need a full page of that.
That is pretty fucking cool.
Because like nothing about this has to be said.
Yeah, this is a cool set.
Like not a single thing has to be said. I love that.
Dorm
But,
room. This
yeah,
one's This one's definitely a good novelty gift for like your college student moving out for the first time.
Yeah, that is true.
We can be bees. This is good news. True.
We can be bees and we can be bears. We can bear bears. We can bear bees.
There's multiple people have submitted My Neighbor Totoro sets.
I think Lego is trying and Ghibli's just very protective with their IP.
That's probably for the best. Though I imagine if they're willing to license it to anyone, it will be Lego, because I hate to sound like a simp, and they've definitely not been perfect with every decision they've ever made, but in general, Lego has a certain standard they abide by.
True.
Working
yeah,
analog clock, that's fucking cool.
I was gonna say though, I think the other big reason that Suits got big 10 years after it came out was everyone is doing their duty as a proletariat.
And doing what? Hating on people who wear suits?
No, because remember, folks, you get to see half-naked British royalty, and that makes it so uncomfortable that they tried to scrub that shit. So you go and you look at Meghan Markle half naked, and you think about how Prince Harry's in there, or is it William? It is Harry, right?
Yeah, William is married
think
to
about how
Princess
Harry's
Kate.
in there, and you go, damn, we colonized half the world, half the goddamn earth for this.
Yeah, it's actually funny to think about too, because like I haven't really watched a ton of like I've just kind of seen Suits on when like my dad is watching it, or I used to back when it was on. That is,
I like Suits.
Yeah, but like it aired on fucking basic cable. It can't be that explicit.
It aired on basic cable, but also don't forget it's Canadian. So
does that affect it?
I think it affects because it's like I think some parts you might call slightly edgy for the American Raiders.
Maybe. I don't know, because like I saw bits of it here and there, and like sure, there's some half nudity, but it's like I said, it's basic cable. Like USA wouldn't have aired it if it had titties in it.
I'm not saying it's explicit.
Oh, this one I am buying day fucking one if they actually greenlight it. Oh, that gets me going.
Basic.
What?
Seems a little basic.
It's not about whether it's basic or not. It's about the fucking supernatural.
It's about you simping for Supernatural.
I love me some Supernatural.
Simping.
I'm not saying it's the best TV show ever, but like, goddamn, is that a good comfort show?
I have heard that a lot.
Also, for network TV, it was shockingly good. Like that's what I can say about it. It's not that like every episode of it was great or whatever, but like, goddamn, Supernatural had more good episodes than any network TV show that runs for 15 years has any right to do.
How many years did Suits even run? Clippy.
Suits ran for like 8 or 9 seasons, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, it ran for 9 seasons, but it had to come back for the last one. And that was after she had already wed Royal Family.
Yeah. I don't know. I just know that
my Royal Family for 8.
I know that my dad or both my parents really watched it. So like it was a feature in the background of my life for like the whole second half of my childhood.
That's wild. Just like you like going through some formative time in your life and Harvey Specter's just in the background like, Dada, I want to fuck.
Well, I didn't ever see like a ton of it. It's just sometimes like I'd walk into the room where my dad was and like he'd be watching something and there's a 1 in say 10 chance that it Suits because just that's how many shows he watched at that time. I don't know.
Yeah, but Suits is cool.
Yeah, I mean, it looked all right from what I saw of it. I mean, not that my dad has like the best taste in TV, but he's not
The
gonna keep watching
Hourglass looks
some.
fucking sick.
Oh yeah, it does.
Also, that Coraline Pink Palace looks sick.
Unfortunately, Coraline, I never saw it. I'm sure it's great, but unfortunately, because of who wrote it, it's a little harder for me to enjoy it now.
Oh my god, don't be like that.
No, I'm gonna fucking watch it. It's just, uh,
I
god
don't
damn
get
it.
like I care in terms of like obviously don't do that. But in terms of the shit he already dropped, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean that is true. Like I'm not judging you or anyone else for liking something Neil Gaiman wrote. It's just, oh man,
Just
why'd you
I'm not
have to
letting
do
anyone
it?
take American Gods from me. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I'm in no fucking position to judge. Like I've loved 1,000 Mel Gibson movies. I've listened to Marilyn Manson fucking constantly for the last decade of my life plus. So it's not like I can judge. It's just like, oh man, Neil Gaiman, why did you have to fucking act this way? Like you
Because
you had a sterling reputation. Literally all you had to do was not abuse women.
yeah, he couldn't do that. Couldn't be done.
Or at the very fucking least, if you're going to abuse women, like do it in a way where your kids aren't involved.
That was a very Guinevere Beck move, and I'm just gonna pull a Shirley that you can excuse racism.
Oh, I'm not saying you should, but Jesus fucking Christ, you had to drag your kids into it too.
I don't remember how the woman was being abused. I thought it was just child abuse because he was fucking a woman in the ass while his son was there or something.
Non-consensually fucking a woman in the ass.
Oh,
Honestly, that one incident is, I don't think it's the only time his kids got involved, but that was the
hold
most
on, hold on,
notable
hold
one.
on. What are they doing with the Four Seasons here?
Tribute to Vivaldi?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Okay, so go through the photos because each side's different.
Okay.
This is fun.
They've done a lot of ones like this, so I expect this one will probably get picked up.
Well, I like this one. This
I
is
do
nice.
too.
It's classy.
Yeah, I like this. By the way, here's another one of someone else who had the same idea as the Singer Auto guy. Again, I'm not saying it's the best TV show ever, but goddamn, it is a really consistently fun show. Oh, they even got the trunk. They've got the fucking iconic trunk full of knives and guns and shit.
Well, that one's not getting done.
Sure it will.
What?
Lego makes guns. They just make generic little guns like this. Like these are official Lego pieces he's got here.
Oh, so those guns are okay?
Yeah, it's not that they never make guns. It's just that they don't focus on like military action stuff.
I thought it was they didn't make guns anymore.
I mean, they don't emphasize guns a ton, but like if you've got like a set that's taken place in the Old West, you'll have like the cowboy with the 2 6-shooters type of thing. Like
well,
they make
see, it's a non-racially descript cowboy. It's like cowards.
well, not true, but not just that, but like their Batman sets, the goons in the Batman sets will have like generic, vaguely Tommy gun shaped guns, but like aren't clearly based on any particular gun type of thing.
So
That's really what it is. They just don't make like guns that are identifiable as particular models.
that makes sense.
Now this I don't like. If you're gonna fucking adapt Baby, you've got to make it actually have the seating capacity it had in the show.
I mean, you gotta tell me what's going on here because I don't fucking know what the fuck you mean.
Like, if you're going to adapt the Chevy Impala as a car, you have to have it actually be able to seat as many people, as many minifigures as it can seat in real life.
Yeah, but once again, I don't know what it can see in like.
It's a
Is it a 4-seater, a 6-seater, 8-seater?
it's a sedan. It's got 2 bench seats. I'm just saying the fact that you can only seat 2 figures in the front kind of takes away from the realism. Oh, actually, you can kind of stick a few more back there. I guess that's all right. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Though this is clearly a mock-up because these figures... Well, the Dean and Sam look all right. This doesn't really look anything like Cass.
I know it's like Doctor Who and he's fat.
Who?
Doctor Who.
No, I mean, who is fat?
Doctor Who. Are we fucking doing it Abbott and Costello bit right now?
Okay, yeah. Are you saying fat as in, like, it's bigger on the inside than it is on the out, like the TARDIS? Is that what you're getting at?
No, as in that figure looks fat, the way his clothes fit him.
Oh, yeah. So,
like Doctor Who, but he's fat.
Kinda. I mean, this isn't like a terrible representation of Cass, but
because like if you look at his jacket, you see how like his like stomach shows like it like growing right at that one point.
I mean that's supposed to be a vest under his jacket, but yeah.
No, I get that, but it's not even if you look at how his lapel is getting more strained as it goes down.
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously just taken from some other set, so maybe the
He's
character he took it from is supposed to be fat.
He's fat.
Like, maybe he took it from, like, a fucking Uncle Vernon figure from a Harry Potter set or something. It kind of looks like that, actually.
That makes sense.
This is the old Indiana Jones torso. I recognize that one. Because I have, like, 30 of that one. Yeah, Dean and Sam both look...
forward nipples anywhere.
No, I meant more like I recognize this piece because I have a bunch of it. Yeah, Dean and Sam look pretty accurate, though. Though Sam looks a little angrier here than he often does. This minifigure head was clearly chosen for its cheekbones first and its expression second.
I've been playing the Lego Batman game.
The newest one?
Yeah.
Isn't it so fucking good?
It's funny because I was thinking to back to what you said because I've been busy as fuck, so I haven't had much time. And so like I've probably thrown 3 hours at this game so far. Still not Batman yet.
Yeah.
Like,
well, when I played it, I said, like, it's taking its cues from Batman Begins, including the fact that you have to sit there for a while before you actually get to be Batman.
I very much did enjoy. There was this one spot in the tutorial where it just says relax, and it just keeps flipping between 3 scenes. One of like you looking out at like the Himalayas as the lights are going and like it's beautiful. And then it's a close up of Bruce with his definitely Tom Cruise ass face where it's just like. And then it's the third one where it's you sitting there in this pose and Talia's just standing behind you like.
I was too impatient. I didn't sit there long enough to see that.
Like, it's mad funny. Like, it just keeps going around the 3. Like, it's really fucking funny.
Oh my god. I was about to say, didn't they already make this one? And then I remembered, no, that was a meme I saw.
Is that fucking Ferris Bueller?
Yeah. Because someone years ago made their own custom set of this scene and, like, posted it as a meme. I forgot that wasn't a real Lego set.
I mean, I do like it, and I think they did pick the 3 correct parts that I would want in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Or movie. I also do like how like each character's got their one scene. Yeah, no, I do like what they're cooking with here.
Also, Mia Sarah was so fucking hot back then.
Down, boy, down.
Oh, cool! It even comes with the painting. That's so cool. Yeah, you can change the wall decor there to have the painting. Oh, you're making the same joke I was about to make, aren't you? Yes, you are.
Got there first. Sorry.
I was about to bring up the fact that my high school actually had a copy of that painting up, like not all the time, but sometimes. And I would sometimes just go up to it and stare at it and see if anyone got the joke.
I feel like you have to be wearing the outfit.
Yeah, that is true.
Or if you play that song on a speaker, I feel like that's the most giving way to do it. Oh, the fucking PlayStation.
Yeah, I hate to be a simp for them now after what they did, but that is fucking cool, man.
But what about the Death Note?
Oh yeah, there we go. Wasn't the live action version of that like the worst thing ever made by a human?
What are you talking about?
The live action Death Note?
They made one of those?
Yeah, I know what you're doing. Yes, they did.
I've told you before. I do not acknowledge live action versions of anime because I do not believe in them as a concept.
I used to do that with fucking How I Met Your Mother, because How I Met Your Mother, their finale fucked the show up so bad that it was better to just never watch the show.
I see, like, but that's one of those like, oh well, I'm hurt because of it, so don't do it. No, like I literally do not see a value in taking an animated piece of work and then trying to translate it to physical reality in which you literally cannot portray. Okay, Treasure Cove. What the fuck?
By the way, we do have other things we were going to talk about tonight.
Yeah, but isn't it fun to sometimes stumble into shit?
Yeah, actually,
I want this.
What's this one from again? Treasure Cove?
I mean, Treasure Cove is like from like Pirate Shade.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like emulating one from a specific pirate movie or something.
I think this would be Treasure Island, technically.
Yeah, probably. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, dog, I want that one. Like,
what the fuck is Baby Daddy? Is that a show I've never watched?
Yeah, it's a sitcom.
Okay, that's lame. Speaking of sitcoms that aren't lame, though, this one's cool.
Yeah, but if I got that, I would be a demon and I would take the fucking howl from this and I would find a fucking way to just make that. Yo, yeah, I know. We already know where I'm going with this. I'm buying it for the howl and it's going a certain way.
You just got to put a pizza on the roof here. By the way, the actual house that was shot at has kindly asked people to stop throwing pizzas onto the roof.
Dude, like, I think I might have been the one who sent you that thing when they were like, please, we've spent so much.
This one is, I mean, you can see it for yourself.
Because the idea that people would, like, essentially take a pilgrimage to Albuquerque, stop at the nearest pizza shop, show up to fucking formerly Walt's house, they'd throw a pizza, they'd take a picture, then they'd keep driving, and then they'd go to fucking Los Pollos Hermanos, take a picture there. They'd drive to the middle of the desert. Like, to this day, a solid percentage of Albuquerque's money comes from Breaking Bad pilgrimages.
You know, I'm gonna piss you off with this. I'm gonna give the live action Avatar, the new season of it, credit for one thing. When they adapted this scene, he does not sing the song.
I'm gonna say something. That's just copium. You're just coping.
No, I'm not saying the show's good. I'm just saying I appreciate that they didn't have him sing it.
Why?
There's a reason. So, you know, they all loved Mako, right? So when he died, it fucking broke all their hearts.
So in other words, it's more meta shit, kind of just pointing at problems of recreating lightning in bottles.
It's more than that, though, because they actually, it's not an official, like, rule. He's not going to get fired. But Greg Baldwin, ever since Mako died and he took over the role, has had a policy that he won't ever sing the song.
Yeah, but no, but that's just a very complicated version of I'm doing someone else's work, so I have rules set because of it, which should probably be a reason you just shouldn't fucking redo work.
I do agree. I'm just saying that if they felt, I'm saying that it would have been more insulting had they had him sing the song in their adaptation of the scene. So I appreciate that they still respect Mako enough that he didn't.
I do understand that theoretically, if you take a shit on my head, it would be technically worse if after you took a piss on me. But, like, I'm really not, like, worried about the fucking particulars at that point.
However, the instrumental version of the song that plays during the scene is great. But that's just because all the music in the live action Avatar is great, because that's like the one thing they did really well.
They did not do anything well.
They did the music well. The music is really good. That's what I'll say. Also, speaking of Avatar Legos,
Break, please give me a boot. Please, Break, please.
Well, Break didn't make the fucking live action one, so it's not their boots I'm licking.
They just licensed their shit out to be fucking recreated. Because
I mean, wouldn't you if Netflix gave you like a fucking $100 bajillion?
Netflix will give you $100 bajillion to pitch the stupidest random fucking idea ever. You didn't have to sell your baby. You didn't have to sell your baby to Netflix. They will literally just buy a piece of string and give you $1 million for it.
I mean, that is kind of true.
That's what I'm knowing. Like getting money from fucking Netflix is so easy. So the fact that they gave up the biggest asset that they had is wild. They could have just said you can make an Avatar show, but not this one. And they. I mean,
to be fair, they didn't really give anything up because they still get to make all the real Avatar shows.
Well, what they gave up is a record of not having this shit.
Yeah. They were able to wash their hands of it, I guess. I guess that was good enough for them.
Just not good enough for the fans.
Now, I like this, but I feel like if you're going to make a Futurama set, you actually have to have all the Futurama characters.
I think they just picked their favorites.
Maybe. I mean, maybe the finished version, or maybe they'll just do more than one and it'll all even out, but still. Also, this is just amusing to me.
I'm specific. I know they tried, but I hate that they put, where's Jeffrey?
Right here.
See, no, but I feel like that, if I remember correctly, the Toys R Us would have a giraffe-looking giraffe like that, but then there was also the Jeffrey giraffe.
Well, do remember it's just a mock-up, so the guy is limited to what he can build out of parts he already has.
Yeah.
So maybe the finished version will actually greenlight a new minifigure. I honestly don't have a ton of childhood nostalgia for Toys R Us.
I don't have a ton, I just got a little bit.
Well, I always liked the idea of Toys R Us more than I ever actually liked going. Partially because their shit was always a little bit expensive, which was annoying. But also because, like, I mean, granted, maybe it's just the types of toys I was into. Maybe if I was like really into bikes or something, I'd love it there. But like, I was really into Legos and Star Wars and Ninja Turtles and all that shit. And generally, the toy aisle at Target had just as good a selection.
Like, yeah, but like, there is the phrase "a kid in a candy store" for a reason.
Well, yeah, like I said, the aesthetic, the idea of going into Toys R Us was always fun, but buying stuff there wasn't any more fun than buying it anywhere else.
Sure, but I don't think any kid specifically would be at the fucking Target and see a toy and be like, "Whoa, whoa, now, what about our brand loyalty to Toys R Us? Have we considered making our purchase at the corporate entity to which we subscribe our
Well, here's the
loyalty?"
difference is because, yeah, kids don't do that, but the difference is like if I was in the mood to buy a toy or like I had a fucking gift card or some money I was given, I didn't say, "Mom, can we go to Toys R Us?" I'd say like, "Mom, can we go to Target?" or "Mom, can we go to not Walmart really, but
Yeah, but you already knew what you liked. I mean,
Well, that's the thing is I never was I'm still like this with TV when I watch it. I never go, "Ooh, I'm going to go turn on Paramount Plus and find something to watch." I'm always like, "I have a thing in mind I want to go watch."
I bet you separated your food on your plate when you were young.
No, actually, that's one of the few autism traits I never had. I was always very happy to mix my food together in a bite.
Are you one of those people who like if there's an unexpected change to your routine, you're like,
It depends.
fair.
Like because if it's something small like, oh, while you're out at Big Y, can you also throw this on the grocery list? Like that's whatever. But if I like get home from school or work and then suddenly it's like, hey, we're going out to dinner on an hour's notice at a restaurant you hate, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
What if it wasn't a restaurant?
Well, if there's one I like, then maybe. I mean, it might still annoy me depending on the circumstance, but
Why are you going if you hate the restaurant?
because it's like someone's birthday and I have to go to their party or whatever.
Why did you just find out with an hour notice it was their birthday?
Well, it's usually not that I found out that it's their birthday. It's that they weren't planning on doing something and then decided to.
I don't know. It sounds like you should have left an open spot for them if you double booked.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, that particular example is more like back when I was a kid and I didn't really make my own schedule.
True.
Like, that's when it fucking annoyed me. Now, it doesn't bother me that much because if it's really bad, I can just say no and not go.
Yeah, yeah. Like, what about if I didn't?
Yeah, no, it only bugs me when it's like a huge alteration without my permission that like actually fucks up my day.
Does that happen that often?
Not anymore. When I was a kid, it did, but that it always does when you're a kid.
Yeah, I mean, because you never have power over anything, so everything feels like a giant impact.
Like here's an example. If I knew in advance that I had to get up at like 6 a.m. to go to something, it's annoying, but whatever. But if I get told I have to get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning at like 9 p.m. the previous night, I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Oh, I mean, I get particular about that one, but that's just because I got reverse bedtime dysphoria.
Oh, well, I do too, somewhat, but it's not even just that. It's also just like, bro, I had my fucking night planned out, and now you're telling me I have to go to bed in 30 minutes. Fuck you.
I mean, the worst part, I'm not going to bed in 30 minutes. I'm just going to be tired as fuck in the morning for the thing you wanted. I'm going to pump 500 milligrams of caffeine like a fucking channel from God directly up my nose hole. And I'm gonna just be bow, 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 bow.
Well,
And then
thankfully for me, I did not ever fucking start drinking caffeine.
man,
Well, not never, but like I never started drinking coffee or energy drinks.
shit, just this morning I had 400 megs.
You're insane, but I respect you for it.
I mean, yeah, but you knew I was insane when you met me. I fucking named myself Batman.
That is
Fucking
true.
want from me.
Also, shit. Yes.
Oh, it's just me. It's just Matt Damon. Well, folks, here's a little story all about how. No, just kidding.
That just fucking kicked me out.
Yeah, I didn't like you.
Okay. Here now I have to share screen again, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, you were upsetting the gods.
This tickles my pickle.
Daddy's gone, and we're not going home ever again.
Actually, the company that makes those Star Trek models I love makes one of the Orville as well that I need to pick up at some point.
By the way, what did you want to talk about today?
Oh, yeah. So first of all, I wanted to tell a story.
All about how your life got twisted upside down?
No, it was more just how a particular few minutes of my life got twisted upside down.
So why don't you take a minute, just sit right there and tell us how you became a prince in a town called... Wait, what were you saying?
So have you ever heard of a term called the Gen Z stare?
The Gen Z stare?
Yes.
No. Can I take a couple guesses?
Sure.
Is it the generational version of this nigga?
I'm sure sometimes it is that and gets misinterpreted.
Is it the how did you survive this long thing?
No.
And then final guess.
What's the final guess?
Is it the I'm only used to social media, so I do all of my aesthetics from a weird angle thing?
That's closest, but no. So this is a term that's bounced around for the last couple of years. It's a generally pejorative phrase coined by social medias to describe a blank stare that Gen Z give in situations when a verbal response would be more common.
You know, this is really funny. Because I feel like this could be labeled in a different way.
Yeah, I have for a long time thought that this was silly. Hang on, I just want to read this a little bit.
Oh.
Okay. So for a long time, I assumed this was an exaggeration. And frankly, it still is, because I've interacted with plenty of Gen Zers and they don't fucking do this. But for the first time in my life, I actually experienced it earlier tonight.
Let's hear this whole story before I give any input. I'm ready.
I don't think this was a Gen Z thing. I think this particular individual was either very stoned or very stupid.
You really weaken your point so much when you're like, have you ever heard of this thing? Let me define this thing. Well, I don't think this was this thing, but let me tell it anyway.
Well, okay, it was this thing, but I don't think it was motivated by the classic motivators.
Well, we don't know what the classic motivators are yet. We haven't discussed them.
Usually it gets blamed on like the fact that these people interact mostly via screens, so they don't know how to do small talk. Like, that's the basics of it.
Well, who the fuck is making these assessments?
Well, that's the thing. It's a fucking social media trend, so there's no scientific methodology to it.
Well, no, I mean, like, I'm just, I'm saying, like, who is even the they in this scenario? Like, who is the group who is making these coins?
Supposedly, it's like other people older than Gen Zers seeing the way Gen Zers act.
But, like, are they seeing this on the news or something? Like,
Probably. I don't know. Anyway, it's just a funny story I wanted to tell.
yeah, tell your story.
So, you know how it's food truck Thursdays in my town, right? Every Thursday during the summer, they have the little food truck festival, beer garden. There's usually a band playing. So we go there every Thursday. I usually go to the barbecue truck because I get to eat barbecue so fucking rarely because there's never any good restaurants around here.
No.
Except for these trucks. These trucks have good barbecue. So I go. I wasn't at the barbecue truck for this part because I was also picking up my grandma's order. And I go there, and I guess it had been called in, which I didn't know. So I make the order, and I put it under my name. And then a minute later, I see the same order pop up under my mom's name. I'm like, all right, guess that's mine too. I guess I accidentally ordered a second time. So I grabbed that one and I say to the lady, this like 20 something redhead girl, honestly, very beautiful woman, but I say to her, like, oh, I guess I ordered accidentally. It's not possible to cancel that other one I made, is it? And she just stared at me silently for like 5 or 6 seconds without responding. Like I literally just was like, never mind. Like you don't get it. Fuck it. Extra food.
Nah, see, I'm gonna be the guy. She gets it. You lodging an unreasonable request at a worker. That worker is not paid to handle that request, so they shouldn't. So they should give you what you pay for, which is because you can solve the fucking problem yourself.
Well,
is it possible to cancel it? No, it's a food truck.
Well, that's why I asked. She could have just said no, and I would have went, all right, never mind.
Yeah, but then you're putting a weird fucking burden on her that she's denying you a thing. When you should just know that's not a thing they can do.
I don't know, man. The other fucking truck managed it.
Yeah, and now you sound like every fucking Karen. Well, when I went to this other store, they did the thing that I found.
Okay, but the difference is, as soon as I realized it was going to be inconvenient, I just said, never mind, don't worry about it.
Well, I know what I'm saying, though. Like, subtle, you don't get it. She gets it. What the fuck?
I didn't say you don't. I didn't say that part out loud. I didn't want to be rude. I just was like, never mind. I'll just grab it.
Yeah, I mean, like I just feel like these people are paid to do a job, and society has made it so very clear that we are going to stretch the absolute bare maximum from these people and extort the fuck out of them. And I feel like what is being called a Gen Z stare is essentially people adequately handling boundaries where people want to dance around them.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know, dog. Like, cause like I've seen this happen when people get like when someone tries to get social with them at like their job and like they don't feel like interacting. There's like, I'm like, oh, that's rude. That's stonewalling. No, they're not paid to be your fucking therapist.
Oh, I don't care if she's rude to me. I was just like, does she not understand? Did she not hear me? It was loud. She might have just not heard me. I don't know.
I just think with like a lot of these, like, there's not a perfect response.
I don't know. This is actually another similar term. Well, different. What's the fucking word? Sorry, I'm not even stoned this time either. Different phenomena, similar term. And that term is millennial pause. And this one actually pisses me the fuck off.
All right, now what is this?
This is that thing where when you start the video, you wait a second before you start talking.
It's wild to call this the millennial pause.
Yeah, you mean the thing where you make sure the camera's actually fucking on before you start talking? The thing that any professional does? Yeah.
I mean, you could also take a step back and go, which is the first generation to have a telephone?
Uh, like consistently?
Yeah.
Silent, probably.
Well, I mean, it's kind of funny. So you're talking about the silent pause where someone answers a phone and then they wait to hear the fucking like phone noise on the other end?
Yeah,
Are you
I
talking
know.
about that?
I guess so. Apparently, there's also a thing called the Gen Z shake, which is that Gen Zers fucking start recording before stabilizing the camera.
Well, no, it's that when you hit a fucking button, it naturally destabilizes the fucking object because
Well, yeah, of course, unless you do it via remote control, of course. But
yeah, but no one has a remote control for their phone, and they took away all of our buttons. So I don't know what the fuck we gotta do. Like,
yeah, no, I'm fucking. That looks fake. Never mind. I'm not responding to that.
what?
This comment in the chat here. Anyway, this one actually fucking pisses me off because anybody who actually knows how to use cameras knows that you're supposed to like start recording before you start talking and then edit the fucking video.
Actually, to be fair, there is a response to give to that comment.
What's that?
Oi, in it, T. Oi, oi.
Oi, bruv, moo in it.
Yeah, Essex. My. All right, I'm done. Right.
So now they're theorizing that the reason millennials do this is just because older fucking cameras took a second before beginning to record. I'm sure that's part of it, but it could also just be the simple matter of let me make sure I actually see the fucking counter counting before I start talking.
This might also be people without anything to say trying to coin phenomena when they're just essentially listing off things that they see and thinking there's a pattern there.
Yeah, this started with goddamn Taylor Swift. That makes sense.
Let's see here. A random user who I don't give a fuck about posted a video about Taylor Swift. I don't give a fuck about. Yeah, there's a pause. So what I'm really hearing here is a bunch of people who have nothing to talk about talking about nothing.
Yeah, someone made like a mildly amusing joke one time and it fucking became an internet sensation worthy of a Wikipedia article.
This just in, Swifties have nothing to talk about.
I mean, true, yeah.
Well, I mean, they do have shit to talk about, but it's climate change, and they're really not interested in that whatsoever. How's those planes doing, girls?
Anyway, I have a few other things to talk about before we go. I'm not looking at any more Legos. If I do that, I'll
But
be
the
here all
ancient
night.
Japanese battleship.
That is cool, but I don't want to be here all night. So I saw Evil Dead Burn. You asked to talk about it. There's honestly not a ton to say other than it was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, like it had some cool fucking gore. It was cool to like it really I don't want to spoil, so I won't fully explain this, but it really emphasized the fact that this family had darkness in it before there were any fucking supernatural deadite bullshit involved.
Okay, that's cool.
Not that that was never true in the previous ones either, but it's different. Like, because the last movie, the quote unquote darkness, it wasn't really darkness. It was more just like semi dysfunctional family, and that dysfunction allowed the deadites to creep in, type of thing.
Yeah.
This kind of runs with the same concept, but it's more of like, hey, the men in this family are already passing down some really fucking bad habits to their children in terms of treating women.
This is America. It doesn't happen.
Also, the dude who played Muse in Daredevil Born Again was in it, and he was the good guy this time.
Okay.
Uh, there's some cool. There's like a couple references to the old movies, but not much. Like not to the point that it's distracting, which is good.
Okay, what the fuck? Why does everyone in the cast have a stupid or silly name?
Joseph, Thea, Alice.
Hunter Doohan,
Well,
Luxembourg.
they're not all American.
So here you come.
Yeah, this lady actually, her character is French too.
So here you come.
In fact, I don't want to call it super clever because it's sort of obvious, but during the stressful moments, she'll slip back into French.
George Puller, I hardly even know her.
I know. Yeah, this dude's a fucking piece of shit. Not the actor, the character.
I mean, the actor is really giving the I'm cast in Homelander type roles vibe.
In this photo, definitely, yeah. I'm sure he's a very nice guy in real life, but his character's a fucking bastard.
Oh yeah, no, I mean,
I do like this guy's saying it here. How is this only rated R? Well, this person is being a pussy because they've never watched an actual horror movie before. But I will like because in terms of gore, it's not super extreme. I mean, it is, but like not any worse than a fucking Saw movie or whatever.
sure.
But this movie had some balls in terms of who it was willing to fucking kill on screen.
I like that.
Like they kill fucking children, not like graphically necessarily, but then no, they kill children. They kill a fucking dog at one point. There's a few
I bet
scenes.
people are more offended by the dog.
The dog happens on screen and the kid happens off screen. So yeah. That they only imply that the kid gets killed, but it's a very strong implication.
The implications.
In fact, it's not really an implication. They kind of just show it without showing it being graphic. It's a little fucking gross at times too, like in a good way for a horror movie. But there were one or two shots I was like, oh, not because of gore, but just because like the concept of that is gross.
Okay.
Because like, so one of the people in the family is an old lady with dementia. Which that adds an interesting element because, like, oh shit, she could accidentally let the Deadites in because she doesn't know who they are, type of thing. And one of the Deadites infects her not by killing her, but by taking out her dentures and then, like, putting them in her own mouth and then putting them back in the old lady's mouth. Like, I always appreciated how gross the Evil Dead movies can be. Yeah, I mean that was one where it wasn't a gore gross; it was just a like Jesus type of thing.
See, I like when we're doing shit like this because I think I think movies like this kind of highlight how slashers are porn for a different part of your brain.
They really are. They
and
really
like,
are.
Yeah, no, and like I'm all for horror movies, but slashers are porn, and like you might want to like skip just hitting the fucking hub and maybe read a romance novel, read some smut, like
yeah,
read some porn. You know what I'm saying?
I like reading porn from time to time.
What I'm saying is like I'm not against you getting that like guttural primal satisfaction, but like work for it a little.
The director is French. That explains a lot. That explains a lot about this fucking movie.
Evil Dead?
I nearly won the gold medal for pole vaulting, but alas, my wee was too big.
Oh,
you remember that guy at the Olympics?
Who?
The last Olympics. I think the winter one this year, or maybe it was the summer one 2 years ago. Because time doesn't exist for me anymore.
By the way, I found out something this week. Didn't know this. So this is the first World Cup where Iraq has participated since the son of Saddam Hussein was running the fucking team and torturing the fuck out of all the players. So I thought that was kind of fun information I didn't have before, and I wanted to share that.
My dad, being the fucking guy he is, who's incapable of reading the room, pointed out to me that this is the first World Cup since my grandpa died. My grandpa, who was really into soccer. Like, thanks, Dad. Thanks for fucking reminding me of that fact.
Would you say it was a bit of a kick to the head?
More like a kick in the balls.
Would you say it was a foul?
Yes.
Would you give him a red card over it?
No, I'd give him a yellow card because he was too cowardly to do the red card move. Classic, true. But oh yeah, the pole vaulter. So yeah, I think it was the 24 Olympics. There was a French pole vaulter who was impossibly close to making it. But he literally, because his dick bulge was too big, it like just barely grazed the bar.
That's fun.
Yeah, so like that was everyone's joke, was like, well, at least he gets to brag about that to every woman he meets for the rest of his life.
What, that he doesn't know when to fucking wear the right attire?
No, that his dick was that he lost because his dick was too big.
Wear a cup, you pussy.
I assume he was. Actually, maybe not. It's pole vaulting.
Like, I'm not assuming he's wearing a cup, but like,
I'd assume he's not
feel
because
like-
it's pole vaulting. It's not a fucking contact sport.
I just feel like if your cock coming in contact with something could completely disqualify you, and you in no way prepare for that possibility whatsoever.
It wasn't a complete disqualification. He just lost a point or two.
Yeah, but like, did he like lose the gold or whatever?
Yeah, he got silver instead of gold.
Yeah, boo this man.
I don't
Boo
know,
this
man. I never found out if this was true because I don't know who I would even go to find out if it was true or not. But according to someone I knew in high school, you know, there's like the wrestling team, right? And they wear those fucking singlets.
Sure.
According to someone I knew in high school, if you were on the wrestling team and during a match you pop a boner, they'd send you to the bathroom for 3 minutes to get rid of it in whatever way you chose to do so.
Is there more to the story?
Well, I never found out if that's true, if that was an official policy or just an unspoken one or what, but I'm curious why it happened so often they needed to develop a policy for it.
Do you really think they had an official policy over teenage erections?
Not an official policy, but clearly there was like a procedure that the coach followed.
Well, yeah, no shit. Boys will be boys.
I could have been an Olympic champion, but alas, I'm packing Schmidt. That is true. So the two other things. One, as I told you via text, I watched this episode of DS9 earlier, and oh my fucking god, I hate this bitch. I hate this fucking evil cunt so much.
Yeah.
I hate this fucking bitch so much. Go jack it in the bathroom, boy. We got a match to win. You know what? Fucking wrestling coaches are perverts often enough. That could be authentic dialogue.
Nah, but like, I just find it wild. I only get 3 minutes, bro.
I mean, I guess when you're 15, that's all you need.
Bro, if you ain't blowing a load in 180 seconds, then I want you back out here, hard and throbbing. Like, what the fuck?
I don't need to get too into the details, but 3 minutes wouldn't be enough time for me. Anyway, I hate this fucking bitch so much. I hate her. Because she's an evil cunt who sabotaged the ship and, like, got several people killed just to prove her crackpot scientific theory.
What? What do you mean?
What did they do with the other 2 minutes, 52 seconds? I hope wash their fucking hands.
I would say wipe their lips.
That too. technically, I don't know for sure it's the same coach, but the guy who taught this was the main coach for my high school football team, so I'm assuming it's the same guy. Did you have summer scene when you were a kid?
What?
Like, I don't know, it was called summer scene in my town, and it was like little fun classes you could sign your kid up for part of the summer, right?
I don't know. Then have none of that.
Okay, it probably existed and you just didn't do it, but
No. As in, like my community, they only had the money to do one thing during the summer, and that was football. And
true.
like, even that was a whole other issue. Like, no, we didn't have that shit.
Okay. Yeah, it was optional, of course, but like, and once you're in 8th grade, they don't let you do it anymore. But you could basically, it's like summer school, but there's no grades and it's like fun stuff. So like, I took a
Yeah.
little criminology class. I took a
Think
fucking.
about where I'm from. They don't do that there.
Well, it is Massachusetts. I thought maybe there'd be some funding set aside for it, but yeah, I guess not. So the one of the classes I took there a number of years was their wrestling class, and I was reasonably good at it. Not enough that I wanted to do it in high school, which pretty much broke my fucking coach's heart because of how long my arms are.
I mean, did you try using the 1,000 years of pain technique?
If by that you mean digging in my sharp ass chin into someone's shoulder, yes.
No. Do you want to do me a favor? Just Google the 1,000 years of pain technique. Throw it up on the screen for people. Also, if I'm messing up and it's 100, I'm sorry, people.
1,000 years of death?
I can't see on the screen.
No, but is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay.
That.
Oh, I remember this one. Yeah.
1,000 years of death.
Yeah, I remember this.
With them long arms of yours, like I bet your coach is like, come on, just use the secret technique.
Wonder if anyone spiked their opponent's drink with Viagra to win a match. So that's why I brought this up. He was talking once about some of the more unsavory techniques people use to win wrestling matches, like the ones he doesn't let his fucking players use.
Sure.
And one of them was like, sometimes you get dudes who will like eat a ton of garlic so their fucking sweat and breath smell bad. Or like you'll get a dude who purposefully doesn't shower for a week before the match. There was one kid in that class who.
How's that to do with a boner? What?
No, that's just like other fucking unsavory tactics they use. Like other biological functions being abused for purposes. But there was one kid in that fucking class who like literally bragged about the fact that he didn't shower.
He doesn't shower.
He was too old to be like when you're fucking 7, all right, fine. I could see a 7-year-old thinking that's fun, but this kid was too old for that shit.
How old was he?
Assuming he was the same age as me, probably 10 or 11, maybe 12.
Showering don't matter until you're fucking.
Well, this kid was old enough that his not showering was fucking noticeable, and it was a problem.
I'm sure it was noticeable, and I'm sure it was gross.
He was also a fucking asshole for other reasons, too.
Well, there we go.
But I would have disliked him just for that. But the fact that he was also an asshole. Like, once in a match with me, he got fucking points deducted for unsportsmanlike conduct. And with that coach, that took a lot.
What did he do?
I don't remember because it was over 15 years ago.
I do find it funny that you say it like that. You're like, I don't remember because it was 15 years ago. But let me tell you about 20 years ago how this one motherfucking teacher tried to take my fucking flip phone.
Okay, but that happened a lot more recently than the incident I'm talking about. This was like 2009 when this happened.
We were talking about 9/11 earlier.
I don't remember 9/11 super well.
Never forget. Did you not understand what you were fucking told?
Actually, a different kid. This kid, I don't even fucking remember his name. But he was like kind of a fat kid, which whatever. But he fell on my hand wrong, and like he landed wrong. And he is actually the reason that I have this weird bump on my finger here. You see that?
Yeah.
It's just one of the ways that that people who are strangers to you now affect your life. I don't remember that kid's fucking name, but I think about him every time I look at my right hand. Because he fucked up my finger so bad that he left a permanent bump on it.
I feel like people's fingers just be looking like that.
Well, yeah, but mine didn't until this fucking fat kid landed on it wrong like a dummy. 901? Yeah, true. That's the response it deserves. Anyway, I was talking about how I hate this fucking evil bitch from Deep Space Nine. Yeah, I hope that after this she got like summarily executed by the Federation. Actually, this guy here is saying, I read this post earlier, he's saying the same thing that I did, which is that like this lady's a fucking demon.
Hate this bitch.
Yeah. And I'm sure you remember the episode because Cisco gets his fucking Kunta Kinte moment in it.
I'm sorry. Can you say that statement again?
He gets his Kunta Kinte moment.
I don't know why, but when you say that, it sounds like when like a person goes to like a Mexican restaurant and they really fucking lean on like the fucking R's.
Because I said Kunta Kinte?
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that how his name's pronounced?
I'm not, his last name, you don't gotta lean so hard on it. It's just, you can just say Kunta Kinte.
Oh, okay. Cunning linguist, true. I've never seen the whole series, but I've seen that scene. And in that scene, I thought I remembered it pronounced Kunta Kinte, but
Yeah, he's just got a very strong accent. He's like Kunta Kinte. Like,
okay. But the moment I'm referring to, I'm sure was an intentional reference to that.
well, I mean, Star Trek could be said to spiritually have a connection.
Well, yes, because Geordi, but even regardless of that, like not only the racial element is uncomfortable, but just simply the fact that Cisco walks back into the sweat box rather than fucking submit to her authority. Like that's clearly inspired by the Kunta Kinte scene.
Yeah, dude, because you can't fucking break Cisco. You just can't do it.
Well, during that scene is when I texted you the thing I said, which is what is stopping? Because, like, I get that this lady commands a lot of authority and respect in this community, but she's also just a regular old lady. And Cisco, granted, he's just a regular guy, but he's bigger and stronger than her. And at the beginning of the scene is holding a sharp ass gardening tool. Why did he not just cave in her skull? And I know the real answer is because Cisco's not that kind of guy. He doesn't do things that way. It'd be unethical. I know, but cave this bitch's fucking skull in.
I mean, I can give you an answer that's a little more satisfying than that.
What's that?
I got a bunch of fucking reptilians to take care of, and I got entire species to be a near god for. I'm sorry, I don't got the fucking time to go and caveman this bitch.
Well, this is before he's the fucking. This is before the Bajoran religious stuff gets really heavy with him. To be fair,
no, he's already had the interaction with the prophets and with the Kai to the point that he doesn't. He's in denial about it, but he knows that he is fucking linked to this shit.
Yeah, exactly. He has not yet accepted his place in their story.
He hasn't outwardly accepted it, but internally he's battling with it.
Yeah,
I'd say, especially when you consider how emotionally impactful do you think it is that these beings essentially gave him closure with Jennifer that he was never able to completely get.
I'm sure that took a toll on him. Like, it was probably good for him in the long run, but I'm sure it fucked with him a lot.
Yeah, because they don't ever really exactly bring it up, because who would he talk about it to? But he got to kind of, like, move on in a way that he wasn't able to before.
By the way, when did they finally introduce his father? I know it's, like, later.
Yeah, let me put. I don't have like an exact number, but I can give you like a vibe answer.
Sure.
Once you get Worf back, and you've established like the gang, as it were,
Okay, so after season 4, then.
Yeah.
Okay, because I know Worf makes his debut in the season 4 premiere.
Yeah, okay, because like you have to get Worf so the gang's here, because then once the gang is here, then we can travel around a little bit and we can have the right interactions.
Yeah, I ask because in this episode he mentions his father, and I could tell they wrote this before they decided his father was still alive.
Yep.
Because one, this is for the at least second or third time I noted, he refers to his father in the past tense.
Yeah.
And also, not in this episode, but a few episodes ago, he referenced like his father's illness fucking taking a toll on him and like watching him decay type of thing. Like all these comments that imply that his father is dead before they decided to say, fuck it, let's bring Tony Todd in.
And you're like, why don't we just put him in New Orleans? Yeah, you're right. My bad. Let's just put him in New Orleans.
Well, according to the wiki, they do mention that the script for the episode that introduces his father, like they don't put this in the dialogue, but the description of him physically that the script gives says like still visibly recovering from the illness that nearly killed him or whatever.
Yeah.
Like still isn't back to full strength or what is some term they used. Because
he's weak and like, but like often Cisco's trying to be like, oh, let me do things.
Yeah, because in the first episode, in the scene where he's talking to the the vision of Jennifer, he says, "My father was a chef," which implies that he's either dead or retired. And then later we find out neither is true.
Well, we could argue he temporarily closed the restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't dead, just going through it. Yeah, true.
Yeah. Yeah, like he was just really in the thick of it.
But yeah, this fucking lady, like, in addition to my personal distaste for the fact that she had a fucking sweat box with which she punishes prisoners, like, that's disgusting on its own. Yeah, here's the box right there. But also, like, so the twist that they were, so this planet, technology doesn't work on this planet, like, well, electronics, I should say, because really anything is technology.
EMP ass shit.
Yeah. That's in my head because I have a comic up there called Top 10.
Ooh.
Alan Moore wrote not the whole series, but a bulk of it. Great fucking comic. So it's like a whole city filled with superheroes. These are the police officers who deal with that type of story.
Okay.
And by police officers, I basically just mean minor grade superheroes who take a government paycheck because they don't really govern themselves like cops.
So they're agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No, because they handle like ordinary crimes, like purse snatchings and fucking robberies and shit. It's just that like they're not going around writing speeding tickets and beating up minorities. Like they're doing what cops are supposed to do in the alternate universe where cops aren't pieces of shit.
They're not beating up minorities?
Well, I mean, I'm sure occasionally the supervillain they're fighting is a minority, but you know.
But how do they know if it's a supervillain if he's not a minority?
He was a chef and some nerd with a rat on his head took his restaurants and never recovered. True.
Yo, like, bro, if I like low key, if I ever see a fucking French chef wearing the hat, it's like, just flash me your scalp real quick.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
real talk.
So in Top 10, there's a little like 2-issue storyline where they go to, because they travel to different universes and shit, because this is comic books. There's fantasy, there's sci-fi, there's everything.
Yeah.
So they go to this like magical kind of Dungeons and Dragons, you know, Lord of the Rings type realm.
High fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the heroes, she doesn't have powers. She has all these crazy like technological items that she has a telepathic link to and can control remotely. And none of them work there. And the locals explain, yeah, technology doesn't work here. This is a magical realm. And she almost immediately is like, well, what the fuck you mean technology doesn't work here? Everything's technology.
I will sharpen this stick. and stab you.
Yeah.
Technology.
But that's one of the things she does throughout that storyline is she gradually pieces together how advanced she can make something and have it still work. Because she's like, all right, well, they have catapults, so clearly the laws of physics still work more or less the same as ours.
You know, it's funny because my Minecraft brain was just like, all right, how mechanical can I make something that's really effective?
Yeah, well, she ultimately manages to piece together like simple little robot remote control things out of like wood and twigs and shit.
See, I was more just thinking like a lot of machine guns.
Yeah, I think they said something about how Earth weapons don't work here. They had a reason. They had a way to cover their ass on that.
Oh no no no! I'm talking about I'm gonna take because you said a catapult works. So that means a bow works. So that means a crossbow works. So that means an automatic crossbow works. So that means an automatic self-feeding crossbow works. Which means that motherfucker, I'm gonna shoot you.
That's basically what she does.
Yeah.
Like an EMP, kinda, yeah. Though the technology isn't permanently damaged, it works again as soon as they're back in the normal world.
It doesn't even seem like an EMP as much as like a fucking wizard put a firewall above a certain level of technology is the vibe I'm getting.
Kinda, yes.
Fucking dickhead.
And like they purposefully don't explain all the rules of how it works because they're showing that it's like frustrating to be a scientific person in a magical world.
Plus, it makes it so you don't have to make every fucking rule because that would be hard.
Yeah, and it's only like a 2-issue storyline too, so.
Yes, that's enough.
But yeah, so in this episode, this planet has no like electronics, basically, like nothing more advanced than like a bow and arrow, or like simple tools type of thing. And these people, they crash landed their ship there a decade ago, seemingly by accident, and then they find out, and then reveal to everybody that no, this bitch has like a sci-fi device that's canceling out all electronics and has had it hidden here for a decade and purposefully crashed your ship to test her hypothesis that you'd be happier with no modern tech.
This bitch is playing adult Lord of the Flies with a remote controller.
Yeah, and what's so bad about that, other than, yo, what the fuck, I don't, like, because these people presumably did have, like, families and shit back home.
And people who are suffering and dying of illnesses that can be solved.
Yeah, well, they mention explicitly, I forget the exact number they say, but several people, including one on screen in this episode, die of illnesses that could be prevented by the Federation's tech, but because they're relying on, like, herbs and shit to fucking make medicines out of, it doesn't work. I've been off Instagram for the last 3 days and my head is feeling more clear. Yeah, do yourself a favor and get addicted to Twitter instead of Reels, because reading bullshit is better for your brain than watching bullshit. And also, you can keep doing it with a TV show on in the background. You can't do that with TikTok.
I mean, you can if you have ADHD.
Well, yeah, but you're not properly absorbing either then. Or at least I'm not. Well, I've always said, if I pull out my phone and start looking at Twitter while the movie's still playing, it means the movie sucks.
There is no Twitter in Boston.
Well, I'm never calling it the other thing, so fuck Elon.
But bro, I just really want to reiterate. You should not try to stick it to the only trillionaire on this planet by not referring to his social media platform by his chosen, like dead naming Elon's social media network is not how you're gonna fucking get back at this South African shithead.
It's also just because everyone already calls it Twitter. Elon fucking still calls it Twitter. Anyway, yeah, this bitch is evil, and she gets taken into custody at the end of the episode, her and her son here. But the rest of the people fucking stupidly choose to stay behind. Well, I mean, they're not staying behind forever cut off. The guy says, like, we'll decide whether we want to turn off the jammer and actually make contact with the outside world. But I fucking... This bitch basically, like, forcibly kept everyone hostage in an Amish simulator.
Yeah, she fucking kidnapped people. She sucks. I hate her.
Yeah. Yeah, but like fuck him, I don't have to do what he wants because he's rich. True. Um anyway, the last thing I want to talk about before we go. You ever seen this movie?
Is is that the non Will Ferrell stepbrother?
Yes. That's John C. Riley.
What is the blonde from?
Gwyneth Paltrow?
That's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Much, much younger, but yeah.
I've never seen this, and I feel like I should have.
So this movie is the debut film from Paul Thomas Anderson, a director who's very famous for movies such as There Will Be Blood, One Battle After Another, Phantom Thread, and most notably for me, Boogie Nights.
Did you make it through There Will Be Blood yet?
No, so that's what
How
I'm getting
the
at.
fuck have you watched this before There Will Be Blood?
She's from my nightmares. True. So for years, the only Paul Thomas Anderson movie I'd ever seen was Boogie Nights, and it's one of my favorite movies. And with One Battle After Another just came out last year, I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm rectifying this. I'm watching every one of his movies in order because there's only 10, which is not a lot for a guy as famous as him. 10 that he directed, that is. I'm sure he produced other stuff. But and he's done some shorts too. But if we're talking feature films, he's only directed 10. So Hard 8 was the very first one. He made it when he was 25, which fills me with rage every time I'm reminded of it.
Don't be filled with rage, be filled with shame, and submit a fucking script.
I know. So this movie, Hard 8, is just so fucking good. It's ridiculous that a 24-year-old first-time filmmaker made a movie this fucking good.
It's just ridiculous that you haven't done it yet.
It really is, but I could never make a movie this good, no matter how much practice I get.
Hey, Mom, if you're watching this, go upstairs, grab him, and slap him in the fucking face. Don't you ever say that shit.
No, it's not me being self-deprecating. There just simply is no other human being on Earth who could make a movie this good as their first movie ever. It just simply isn't possible.
You are simply too used to Randy Newman and not used to James Cameron enough.
What does Randy Newman have to do with that?
Randy Newman's the one who lowered the bar, dude.
Why? I don't remember the whole episode verbatim like you do.
Okay. So specifically, Randy Newman knew that no one would buy his lowbrow shit anymore unless he lowered the bar. What president? What president? I don't care. So I made a Honey Boo Boo theme song. Yeah, so he goes and lowers the bar so he can sell his content, including but not limited to Honey Boo Boo's rival Fatty Doo Doo's theme song.
Okay.
I hate that I know this offhand.
Yeah. I've seen every South Park, but a lot of them I haven't seen in a long fucking time.
Well, yeah, no, because like James Cameron goes down there and he's like, I should have known it was you, Newman.
So this movie, I'll tell you the basics of what it's about, but I won't spoil anything. So it pretty much just has these four characters in it. Philip Baker Hall, John C. Riley, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Samuel L. Jackson.
Philip Baker Hall.
Yeah, he's been in a million. Hang on, you'll recognize him. This guy.
Oh, yeah. Wait,
so
can I scroll down?
Here.
Yeah. What the fuck am I thinking? I'm thinking of him from a particular role, and I can't fucking put it.
He had a small role in Argo. I remember him from that.
I think maybe it's Bruce Almighty I'm thinking.
Probably.
Which one's 50-50?
That's the one where Joseph Gordon-Levitt has cancer.
Yes. I like that one.
So what the movie is about is Philip Baker Hall is this kind of like really well dressed, put together kind of gentleman gambler.
Oh, okay.
And so like the movie opens, he's going into this diner, and John C. Riley is just like sitting on the ground outside the diner, seemingly homeless, or if not homeless, certainly stranded with no money.
Okay, he's just in a rough spot.
Yeah, and like he hasn't shaved in a few days, type of thing. And Philip Baker Hall, he's he's always well dressed, always freshly shaved, like never looks unkempt.
He's like the Trading Places guy.
Yeah, basically. And he says, to this seemingly homeless guy, like, "Hey man, do you want to come inside? I'll buy you a cup of coffee and give you a cigarette."
Nice.
And John C. Riley he's suspicious, but he reluctantly agrees. Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt unfortunately did get roped into the Section 230 thing.
Really?
I think he's just a little dumb. I don't think he's malicious. I just think he's kind of stupid.
Like, that's unfortunate because I enjoy his boyish charm.
You want to see a movie of his that will haunt you for the rest of your life, but is one of the best movies ever made? Check out Mysterious Skin.
Mysterious Skin?
Yeah. It was like one of his first big acting roles in like 2004.
Shit, I can always go for a little extra trauma as a treat.
Well, yeah, it deals with like child sex abuse and stuff, so it's a hard movie to watch. Yeah, I mean maybe he's lying. I don't know. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt here.
You try to give too many people benefits of the doubt.
I don't know. I'd like to think the guy who made a movie as good as Mysterious Skin isn't a fucking dickhead, but
Why? You can make good art be an absolute monster.
you can, but I'd prefer to not think that way.
But R. Kelly exists.
I know.
And we cannot deny his crimes, but we also cannot deny that shit slaps.
Yeah.
It's the remix to Ignition, put R. Kelly in prison.
So anyway, Phil Baker Hall invites John C. Riley into the diner, buys him a coffee, gives him a cigarette, and he asks him like, "Hey man, how'd you get into this rough spot that you're very obviously in?" And he explains, "My mother died recently. I need $6,000 for her funeral. I don't have $6,000, so I went to Vegas to try to win $6,000. I lost all my fucking money." And I mean, he doesn't admit all that up front. He has to coax that information out of him over the course of the opening scene. And so he goes, "All right, I'll tell you what. I'm heading to Vegas. Come with me. Ride with me. We get there. I'll loan you $50 and I'll teach you what you did wrong." And he's like, "Okay, I don't know what the fuck you mean, but all right." Like he's really suspicious. That's where the title of tonight's stream comes from. He goes, "Hey man, if you fuck with me, I know 3 kinds of karate. All right, judo, aikido, and regular karate." So they go back to Vegas. He cleans up a little, shaves. He claims that he's trying to grow a beard and that's why he hasn't shaved in a few days. It's obvious bullshit. Nice. And he basically teaches him how to essentially scam the casino, not by cheating at the games, but by simply circulating the money around properly.
What do you mean?
Like, you go here, you give them $50, you get that number of coins, play a round or two at the slot machines, take the coins to the cash exchange. You've only spent $20, but now you're holding $100 of cash. Like, it's like kind of scummy but not illegal shit to make money out of the casino.
I'm not following you. I'm missing this.
I don't understand it fully myself. Casinos are where my brain turns to fucking mush.
I mean, I do know that if you ever want to fucking always make sure you sit at the table near where the pit boss is, because that motherfucker will tap you in and he will give you points for shit.
That is one of the things he teaches him is befriend the pit boss when you get there, and he tells him what to say to get stuff out of him.
Yeah. Dog, on the day I turned 18, my father drove me to the casino and had me sign up for a fucking rewards card. That is not a joke.
Yeah, well, that's basically what he's doing with John C. Reilly here. So he teaches him all this shit for the first like 20 something minutes of the movie, and then it flashes forward 2 years and they're partners. Like they do this all the time together. And they've got this like nice friendship and everything. Ooh. And at one of the casinos they clearly frequent, because they tend to go back and forth to a few different ones.
Yeah.
They both befriend Gwyneth Paltrow, who's like a cocktail waitress, moonlights as a hooker, somewhat under duress. Like not full on. She doesn't have a gun to her head, but she's got the manager being like, hey, you want to stick around in this job? There's a way to make sure that happens. It's up to you.
Calling that a manager, not a pimp, is always an interesting decision.
Well, no, he is literally her manager at the club.
Yeah, no,
she works as a cocktail waitress. Yeah, he just has a side gig doing that.
Or the side gig is being the manager, and the main gig is pimping.
That is a distinct possibility as well, but we never actually meet this guy. We just hear about him.
Fair.
So, this weird little friendship develops between the three of them, and then Samuel L. Jackson comes in as like one of the pit boss manager guys at a similar casino who's heard about them and like befriends them, but with clearly kind of a menacing edge to it type of thing. I won't... A true American entrepreneur. I won't spoil much from there because you should watch it. It's on Paramount Plus right now, and I'm telling you that because it's actually a relatively hard to find movie.
I'll go check that out.
At least in HD. It never got a Blu-ray release. Like Paul Thomas Anderson's been working on getting a Blu-ray release for it for years, but it never had one.
Huh.
Like that's why Paramount Plus was notable. Holy shit, I can watch this movie in HD. Because every other fucking pirated copy of it is ripped from the DVD, so...
You also just got bad piracy.
Well, no, but even if you go to the good ones, they're all going to be ripped from the DVD. Because that's the only, like, official home media release of the thing.
Yeah, if your piracy only comes from official home media, your piracy's bad.
Well, there was nothing else for this movie for years.
Remixes.
I don't know. It's from 1996. Did they have those back then?
Yeah. I mean, like, essentially raw digital files coming from servers from the development studios and shit.
I don't know. Maybe they got those, but most piracy shit is just sourced from whatever the home media is. Sorry.
Don't get me wrong. Listen, most pirates in One Piece don't got devil fruits. Doesn't mean they're playing with the big boys.
Anyway, it's a fucking amazing movie. It's shocking that even at his young age, he already had a lot of his trademarks, like his trademark kind of camera techniques and.
So if anything, he just refined them.
Well, of course, yeah, but like it's just nuts to think like, oh damn, he already knew exactly the kind of style he had in mind when he was that young.
So you're telling me that you right now should have a vision?
I mean, I have a written vision. I'm not a director the way he is. I'm a writer. If buying isn't owning, piracy isn't stealing, goddamn right.
Piracy is just life. That's what that is.
After watching this earlier tonight, I also watched his short film from a few years before this called Cigarettes and Coffee, which was the inspiration for this movie. Like he used that as like the jumping off point.
I'll have to check that out.
Similar to how he had like the Dirk Diggler story short film when he was like 19 and then later made Boogie Nights. Though other than sharing Philip Baker Hall in basically the same role, it's more different because it's just a little 20-minute thing set all in a diner.
I dig that.
It's fucking amazing. There's such good music. It turns, and I'll let you go because I know you got to go to bed soon. It sort of turns into a crime movie eventually, but a lot of it is just based around running your small-time thing in the casino and clearly being welcome in the fucking casino.
But less is more. Stop telling me more about the movie you want me to watch.
Okay. It's fucking great. Go watch it.
Hell yeah.
You get to
'Cause
see Samuel L. Jackson back when he was super fucking young. That's really cool.
that's the thing. I'm already sold. You don't gotta sell me anymore. Just give me the product and put the brochure away.
Yeah. Anyway, if you want to watch it in HD, Paramount Plus has it. Maybe the piracy sites do too, but Paramount Plus is easier to use on my TV, so I did that.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll help.
Actually, as soon as we get off here, I'm gonna get as stoned as I possibly can and watch Boogie Nights because I've never watched it high before. I've watched it like 15 fucking times in my life, and I've been sober for all of them, and it was a mistake on
You've
my
watched
part.
it way more than 15 times. Go watch There Will Be Blood, you fucking doofus.
I actually am exaggerating. I've probably only seen it like 3 or 4 times, but
Go watch There Will Be Blood.
I will. I'm watching his movies in order, so I'll get to There Will Be Blood on like Sunday, like this upcoming Sunday.
It's so wild to me also to think about the fact that you're like, I've seen every South Park episode. So you've literally seen Trey Parker doing 1-for-1 parodies. I'm a goo man. I come in from one town and I move to the next.
Well,
and
yeah.
but you haven't seen the actual I'm an oil man.
Well, it's funny you say that too, because you'd never seen Boogie Nights till I showed it to you, and then during the drug deal scene, you just suddenly went, "Oh, now I get that joke from the Boondocks."
Yeah. Well, okay, because it was very specific. Like it's the one time when Thugnificent got fucking it was riches to rags, and then he went to fucking sell crack, and then he went to sell crack to the record executive, and like the thing is, the fucking like small boy comes out the back throwing the fucking firecrackers. I was like, what's going on with that? And when you have me watch this movie, I'm like, oh. There's a reason that there's a random Thai boy throwing firecrackers in that motherfucker's house.
In the commentary for Boogie Nights, John C. Reilly said that still to this day he gets like a PTSD response from firecrackers from shooting that fucking scene.
Oh yeah, because it was random, right?
Random, and shooting the scene probably took like 10 hours.
Yeah, so like you just have to be used to in your life random firecrackers are just gonna exist.
Oh, one more thing I'll say about Hard Eight. It has a small one-scene acting performance from not yet famous Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Ooh.
The first of many collaborations he did with PTA. Yeah, I don't think he even had a name. I think he's just credited as like Gambler or whatever. But he has one scene. And in his typical fashion, he gives this character 4,000 times as much depth as the scene called for.
He just pulled a Hoffman.
Yeah, rip, seriously. I'm glad that Cooper Hoffman is now part of his repertoire, too.
Cooper Hoffman?
Philip Seymour Hoffman's son.
I don't think I know any of his work.
Well, he kind of made his big debut with Licorice Pizza, also from this director, but he was recently in the Long Walk movie adaptation, and
oh, I did watch that.
Yeah, which I thought was pretty good.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I didn't love it, but I liked it.
I liked it. I just feel like they could have. I'm really tired of Hollywood directors trying to like recreate the feeling from a book with like complicated memes. Because I do understand the whole like it's a drag, you should get to a certain point and kind of be like, come on, and I get it, but like fuck you, dude. You like can't recreate that 1-to-1. So stop trying to get gimmicky.
I do have to say, I love the fact that they kept in the scene where he takes a dump while walking, because that's the kind of weird, stupid bullshit King loves putting in his books that most adaptations cut.
Is that really weird and stupid? I found that actually very relevant to it, and
I did too. I'm just saying most directors would have cut that scene.
Well, I think a big aspect of King that is not captured a lot by directors is King knows how to get the spirit of being a child and really knows how to like get into the headspace of a child, which I'm going to say this without going too deep into this point. I think that's why if you're Stephen King and you're getting into the headspace of a child, that one thing looks
Yeah.
a lot different from
It's very
a
presidential.
perspective.
True. Well, I'm thinking of like have you read and or watched 11/22/63?
I watched it.
Remember the scene where he gets like the stomach flu because Time's trying to prevent him from
Yeah.
altering history? So that scene is in the book, but in the book they spend a lot more time describing how nasty the effects are rather than just cutting to him in the store buying the adult diapers. But that's just Stephen King. Like, he's so dedicated to authenticity, he'll make sure to describe the diarrhea the main character is having.
You could say he's dedicated to authenticity. You could also just say he is so in the moment, and sometimes the moments he is in is very visceral and primal.
You could
And
definitely say that.
And sometimes the mindsets he's in are more disturbing than the content.
I just love in the TV version of that scene, because I don't think this exact line is in the book. I love how he's buying the adult diapers and the guy's like being really friendly and chatting, and he's like, hey, look, I don't mean to be rude, but if we don't hurry this up, I'm gonna have to put these things on right here in the store. His biggest fear is Mike Pence. That is true. But then again, most people's biggest fear should be Mike Pence. Anyway, everyone go watch Heart 8 along with the rest of Paul Thomas Anderson's movies, a few of which I had to fucking get on Blu-ray from the library because they don't have them on streaming. And I wanted to watch them in good quality, so.
I'm going to go sleep.
Yeah. First I'm going to take a massive whiz, and then I'm going to watch Boogie Nights. So, good night, everyone. We'll be back on Tuesday. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, fucking watch our shit next week. We'll talk about more Paul Thomas Anderson probably, and I'll probably also talk about The Odyssey because I will have seen it by next show.
Also, A for Effort, I just saw your point about There Will Be Blood. Hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't highlight it because I don't get it, but I'm assuming that makes sense.
It's great. It's great. You'll understand. I just wanted to point that out so that wasn't lost in the fray.
Good night and good luck.
Good night, folks.
Good night, everyone. We'll be back on Tuesday. Take care of your butts.
Shave your mustaches.
Yeah, that is actually good advice, unless you have a cool mustache.
Yeah, then keep it. Bye.
Bye, everyone.